Toyota Center here in Houston. There's Hakeem Olajuwon's statue in front, or the likeness of his jersey. His former team, the Houston Rockets, getting ready to host the Charlotte Bobcats on a special night. Second team foul on the Bobcats. Howard in the post. And he and Jefferson collide now for the first time. Walker comes down to help. Beverly with the three. And they cut the Bobcats margin in half. Harden drifts in the lane. Shot blocked by the Robertson. Spanked right back in by Howard. Brooks feeds ahead. Howard working on Biyombo. Howard reverse. And gets the better over that time. Dwight Howard with foul. Here's Roberts inside. Biyombo missed the handle. Recovers. Shot blocked. And Roberts will try a three. Doesn't get it. Bobcats have only hit one of their 4 3-point attempts so far in this game.
That was by a guy who normally doesn't make a lot.
Almost traveled. Here comes Howard. Nice move in the lane. Finishes off the glass. Lynn underneath. Howard advantage. Under 3 to play in the third. Game number 1. Here's Howard. Hard off the glass for 2. Double figures. He's got his first double-double. 13 points, 20 rebounds. Sessions has it as we near the 2-minute mark. Sessions, quick layup. Doesn't get it. Biyombo will finish. Biyombo with 4. Bobcats trailing by 5. Harden out front. Coming off the season, we saw him average 25.9 points a game. Around the Howard for the dunk. Jefferson. 2 in a row. Loose. 84-72 with 4:11 to go. The Bobcats have done a good job not letting people getting away from the crew. And getting loose for easy transition baskets. Nobody had a look for. We're in the same county with Howard when he caught the ball at the elbow. 96-83. Walker to Henderson. At the buzzer doesn't go, and the Rockets have themselves an opening night win.
For the Houston Rockets, Jeremy Lin, James Harden, Omer Asik, Chandler Parsons, and Dwight Howard. Good job of getting back on defense. And Cantor has it blocked by Howard. They got Harden already down low, lays it up and in.
That's called cherry picking.
Down low to Dwight Howard. Howard on the baseline, lays it up and in. So it's good to see him get into the flow of the action. Howard now with 5 points. 9 seconds. Lynn, nice pass to Howard with a slam. Wow. And it's a 1-point game. Harden out front, 146 and counting. Alley-oop to Dwight.
Great pass from James Harden. No pressure on the passer for him, so he was able to make that easy. But, of course, then you got to have Dwight Howard be able to get up high and catch that. But that's what you do. Throw the ball at the rim. Let Dwight go get it.
107 left to play now with 12 on the shot clock. Harden trying to get inside. Nice bounce pass to Howard. Floats it up and in. Boy, he's got a nice touch on that. And now Dwight Howard has come alive. He's got 13 points in the game. Lynn turns the corner. Gives it up to Dwight. Right back to Jeremy again. Gets open for the jumper. Gets it up and in. Really worked on that shot in the offseason. You can tell. Down inside to Favors. Finger rolls it up and misses it. And Lynn tips it to Parsons. And no jump ball.
It was blocked.
It was blocked inside. And Hayward comes out of there with it. So the Houston Rockets outscore the Utah Jazz 64-37 in the second half. And everybody is all smiles. The Rockets win it 104-93.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Ace Cash Express. For the Houston Rockets, Jeremy Lin, James Harden, Omer Asik, Chandler Parsons, and Dwight Howard.
That time Howard, a nice move across the middle. Lopez was right there.
Once again, you see, rather than even look into Dwight Howard. Oh.
Howard goes through the middle, and Lopez and Terry Stotts are complaining to Kane Fitzgerald. Caspi, nice pass inside. Howard holds off Williams and dunks. Here's Parsons. Parsons, ooh, Myers Leonard got undercut. Let's hope he's all right.
Now they've really got
Howard spins baseline. Oh, and throws it down with 2 hands. Jeremy Lin the assist.
Back to Dwight again now. Aldridge will have to stay with him. Howard takes it inside, puts it up with the left hand. What a great move by Dwight Howard. He is really working them over in the paint. 18 points and 8 rebounds for Dwight.
Real high pick and roll here. Hard, nice sleeve to Dwight Howard.
Nick has to look for his shot, especially against Caspi.
Howard leans into Aldridge, banks it in.
Going back to Dwight. Dwight taking it inside, turns for 2. And Dwight Howard with 26 points, 11 rebounds.
Harden, a little runner, no. Howard the rebound and hits it.
4 games in 5 nights, and they go 3-1 on those 4 games. And for the season, the Rockets are now 4-1 atop their division.
Welcome you to the Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, Craig Sager, Rockets, and the Lakers are underway. Beverly playing the point, which means Jeremy Lin tonight will come off the bench. Beverly guarded by Nash. Howard backs his way. Nice move.
There's that low post move that he's been working on.
Nice pass from Beverly. Nice pass from Howard to set it up for Usher.
That's the first really fluid motion we've seen offensively for Houston. You got to think McHale is going to go to his bench pretty quickly. I mean, 6 points in 6.5 minutes for this offense.
Howard able to get to that loose ball.
I think now just kind of settling into what he's going to be as Farmar makes the 3. A big shot for the Lakers. Needed to stem the tide a little bit, but this is what Lin is, a really explosive, off-the-bench third guard.
Oh, nice move by Howard. Dwight Howard able to go glass. Kobe is hoping to make his return sometime in late December. There have been varying reports about that. Howard gets inside. So Dwight Howard facing his former team. 8 points. Farmar has to force it. Rebounded by Harden.
Houston's defense now really picking up, Mark.
Harden had the trail. Oh, good catch by Howard to stuff. The Laker lead is down to 6. Nash working on Beverly. Gasol. Johnson. And that will be a jump ball.
And for all of Howard's struggles at the free throw line, that's where his value lies. Just an incredible recovery defensively.
Meeks will throw in from the baseline. 3 4/10 seconds remaining. Rockets by 2. Here is Blake for the win. Yes! 1.3 to go. And the Lakers by 1. Here is Beverly. Looking first for Lin, can't find him. Can he get it in? He does. Gets it back, fires. It's all over. Steve Blake with the game winner with 1.3 to go. And the Lakers come away with a dramatic victory here in Houston.
As far as the hometown favorites are concerned, they have a very solid starting 5. Chandler Parsons, underrated small forward. Dwight Howard opens at power forward, though he'll play center for most of the night. Omer Asik is the starting center, his 4th year from Turkey. The backcourt combination, playing with a sore foot, was questionable tonight, but he's going to give it a go. James Harden and Patrick Beverly, second-year man from Arkansas.
Redick down lane, beautiful bounce pass, but it's tough for those big 7-footers to pick up those bounce passes in close. And the Clippers give it up.
There's one thing to keep in mind. When Harden goes this way, right,
The lob, the jam.
he will shoot from distance or make a pass. When he goes left, he will go all the way to the goal.
Blocked by Howard. Blocked by Howard. He's gotten ripping twice.
Well, here's the thing about Dwight. If Dwight is healthy and his problems are behind him, so a clear mind, a healthy body, and a team now catered to him, it could all spell that he's going to have another great year. And it's been about 2 years since he's had a big year.
They got Chandler's length on Redick, who gets free with a screen, but missed the shot. And here come the Rockets within 8.
See, this group will play fast.
Have you ever seen Dwight play like that?
Not last year.
But it was 3 years ago. I mean, Blake's having a great year. We've been talking a lot about Chris Paul and the magical numbers, but you alluded to it earlier. Blake's at 21 and 11.
Lynn to Howard, fouled by Paul. Paul to the hole, throws it up, and Griffin goes to get it. Reggie Bullock for three, off the back iron. Taken by Harden.
You know why Chris shot that so quickly? Because Blake had position ahead of everybody. There's some miscommunication going on by the Clippers defense.
You expect a guy like Dudley to be in the receiving end.
And that's a foul on Chris Paul right there. So not only the and one, but Chris Paul just picked up his third.
Howard will turn, go to the goal with the right hand. The sweeping hook is good.
He has looked like the Dwight Howard from 3 seasons ago, in my opinion, in this first half.
Griffin over Ashik. And so it goes for the Clippers tonight. Parsons back on the attack.
That's the spotty
Harden, the lob. And the little easy tap in by Howard.
It's almost like to me Harden's made up his mind tonight he's not going to score. He's just going to be the playmaker.
Crawford completes the three-point play. The Clippers on an 18-0 run. They got to guard somebody, though. Maybe not. Howard, the putback, and finally the run ends. Howard, the basket, and the foul. Do it, folks. The Clippers come from, well, they trailed by as many as 13 in this game. They erased all of that and more. They had an 18-0 run at the end of the third quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter.
And for the Houston Rockets with a record of 4-3, they lost to the Clippers 107-94 on Saturday at home. Patrick Beverley, James Harden, Chandler Parsons, Dwight Howard, and Omer Ashik.
Watch out.
Chandler Parsons hooking up with Dwight Howard. Howard with the denial. Johnson stays with it. Here's Valanciunas active in a foul on Ashik. DeRozan sends it to Gay. Here's Rudy driving strong to the rim, and Howard with the denial. Parsons now into the front court. Pace quickening. They give it to Howard on the run with a bank shot. Lays it up and through. Out of the wing. Here's Beverly. Guarded by Lowry. They feed it in the post one more time. Howard puts it on the deck. Backing down on Valanciunas with a left hand.
See, that's okay. You know, Howard is still limited offensively with what he can give you.
Jeremy Lin on the floor. And working together is Parsons and Howard, and Parsons with a slam dunk. Here's Lowry. Lowry's shot doesn't go. The Rockets are 1 for their last 6, and the Raptors have cut it to 4. Lin on the run, driving on bikes on a kick out to Jones. Jones finds Harden. Harden guarded by DeRozan. Harden driving, dumps it off Howard. Oh, that's why those two, if they really learn to work together, watch out. Kevin McHale, when this team is healthy, he'll play about 9 players and 9 players only tonight. He has played 8. That's it. It is a very tight rotation for McHale. Harden gives it to Caspi, to Parsons. No, Howard with the slam dunk.
That time a great look inside by Caspi.
Howard right around Fields.
See the way he got up that time? Oh.
Parsons tried to throw it down. Johnson got it. Here's Caspi. Back to Howard, and Howard has a double-double. Rudy Gay makes a move to go over top Howard. Howard right there. DeRozan backing down on Harden. Here's Gay on the drive over Jones. Denied by Howard, but cleaning up is Johnson. And it's the Raptors by 1, 87-86. Timeout Houston. Harden up top. Harden driving in the lane. Harden. And a foul. This to tie with 34.3 seconds left. And he makes it. Gay. ISO on Jones. Here it is. No. Rebound. Loose ball. They're going to go to a jump ball. 9 seconds left. Controlled by Lin. Here's Harden up top. And a chance for the win. Harden driving. Harden with the jumper. No. DeRozan. No timeouts left. Here's Gay. Gay with 4. Gay with 3. Gay rises up the three, and it's good! Gay from downtown! Tied at 95.9 left. Here's Lynn. Lynn double clutch for the win. Short. Hey, why not?
Why not? Let's go one more, right?
Let's go one more. Dwight's on him. Lynn backs it down and now drives. On a switch, Fields gives Harden the basketball in a tough spot. Harden, step back, shot no, rebound. Howard grabs it. Underneath, the layup by Jones. Heads-up play by Howard. What a game, double overtime. Raptors battled throughout. They end up losing in double OT to the Rockets, 110-104.
For the Houston Rockets, Pat Beverly, Jeremy Lin will be the starting guards tonight. Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Chandler Parsons round out the lineup. Blocked inside by Howard. Well, they let him have it too deep, and when Dwight Howard gets it that deep in the paint, you just might as well back off. Well, when Brett Brown got the job, he remembered Anderson from his San Antonio days, and when the Rockets released him, Philadelphia picked him up. And it's turned out to be a nice pickup. Nice pass by Jeremy Lin to the big guy, Dwight Howard. 12 on the shot clock. Jeremy Lin with the basketball. Pat Beverly coming outside now, trying to beat Anderson. Can't do it. Jones will try it again from the other side. It went in and came out. And Dwight finishes it off for 2 and 1.
And that's why that corner three is such a good shot. Francisco Garcia has been really sick. He looked awful on the plane yesterday, but he's out there tonight.
There's Dwight across the middle with a right-handed hook shot. Nice touch. And Dwight Howard now 4 for 5 from the field. He has 8 points. Rockets on a 7-2 run.
Garcia's the oldest on the team. He's 32. No one else is over 30.
There's a double team, and Caspi does a good job of flashing inside for the left-handed shot. This team is really running the offense better. Omri trying to guard his man, and that's taken it off the glass. I don't know if it was or not, because I thought Caspi got a piece of it too. Finally took Anderson out of the game. That's good news.
Let's get tired. Scoring all those points.
Nice pass to Chandler Parsons for 2. The big guy can really pass it. Dwight Howard. He's got a great feel for the game when he gets underneath that basket. And alley-oop to Dwight Howard.
Rockets are getting better at that. Now check that out. 16 assists on 18 field goals for the Rockets. That is some really good offense.
Yeah, they haven't moved the ball this well in a long time, have they?
They haven't. And the Sixers are doing a great job as well. They have the same 16 on 18 baskets.
Jeremy puts it up and in, or Chandler Parsons, I'm sorry. 1 minute left to play. Chandler on the fake. Garcia swings it to Lin. Lin takes it down the middle. He's covered up. Gives it up to Terrence Jones. Jones bounces around. Dwight tips it to himself. Resets. Puts it up and in for 2 and 1. Dwight says, well, foul me now because I'm going to make the basket and then go to the free throw line. Chandler down to Dwight. Working on Hawes. Nice pass by Dwight Howard.
Easy money that time.
Then comes outside. He'll fire up the 3 and hits it.
Now, see, somebody told Jeremy, keep shooting the ball.
Well, I did. Young going to work with the left hand and is blocked out of bounds by Dwight Howard. Oh, baby, he was flying in.
That was an eraser right there. What a great luxury to have a shot blocker coming from the weak side. He times that one well.
Brody turns that corner now, goes in on Dwight. Dwight just stood his ground, and it was thrown out of bounds, and I guess they said Dwight touched it. It's only a 6-point game, and there's a block by Dwight. Rockets need to run off of this. Parsons to Dwight. Dwight takes it to the middle. Jumps it up and in with the right hand. Howard with 18 points, 13 rebounds. Parsons gets it down to Dwight. Dwight taking it inside, almost had it taken away. Nice pass to Caspi for 2. Boy, Caspi is so good at getting in the paint when that ball goes to Dwight. High pick and roll. Young comes out. They want to give up the 2 if they have to. Ball is loose. Anderson's got it. Throws it up. Got it. Of course. James Anderson with a 3. With 6.6 left to play. James Anderson with 34 points. Caspi. To Chandler Parsons for the win, and he missed everything. Oh, almost went in. Roten threw it up there, and I was looking to see if there was any time left, but there was, and that ball almost went in the basket. Nice pass to Dwight. Waits his turn, and this could be it. A three the old-fashioned way. Dwight with 2 and 1. Now to Dwight Howard, working on Hawes. Working on Hawes again. Double team comes over. Jeremy's open, launches a 3. Jeremy Lin with a cold-blooded shot. Lin waiting for Dwight. Trying to get position on Hawes. There it is. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Dwight takes it to the middle with a sweeping hook shot over Hawes, and the Rockets go back on top by 1. So that'll do it. Philadelphia comes from 10 down in the fourth quarter to tie it up, send it into overtime. Then Philly ended on a 10-2 run to close this game out and win it over the Houston Rockets, 123-117.
The Rockets are 6-4 overall, 3-2 here at home, 3-2 on the road.
And Ty got his shot blocked a while ago by Beverly. Will that affect his aggressiveness as far as trying to be that scorer?
Really shooting the Rockets perfect. Now Howard dumps it in. And the Rockets all over the Nuggets here early. Now Howard with 6 on the clock. Hand off. Beverly with the blast.
Denver a little half-step slow right now on the defensive side.
Reed 16, 10, and 2 blocks last night. 3 straight double-doubles for Kenneth. Now Parsons, extra pass. Long-range Terrence Jones. That's no good. Under to Howard.
It's kind of tough. You get him to miss a shot finally, and your guards don't block out.
Now Fareed has got Harden. Houston's on a 9-0 run. With the rejection. Mozgov covering Dwight Howard, who's come back in. Battle the big fellas. Howard, the reverse layup, good. Able to sprint on the baseline. Howard, and Howard dumps it up and in.
So the Houston Rockets will run their overall record to 7-4. They're now 4-2 at home. The Denver Nuggets drop to 4-5. Their 3-game winning streak is over.
Dallas Mavericks coming into this game with a record of 7-4, taking on the Houston Rockets. They've won 6 consecutive games here against Houston. Dirk Nowitzki really starting to find his offensive groove. And the big story, of course, this year for Houston is that guy, number 12, Dwight Howard, the biggest free agent acquisition during the offseason league-wide. Here's Terrence Jones making his 5th consecutive start for Houston. Harden trying to post up against Monte Ellis. Takes him to the basket, right to Howard on the loose ball in the slam.
Yeah, they got a bonus there because that was a deflection, but right to Howard.
You saw last time down the floor, Jones literally bumping to Howard, and that's some of the adjustment they were alluding to when they spoke with us earlier. Right?
Absolutely.
No adjustment there, though.
Now, I want to tell you something. That was a great catch.
Couple of subs coming into the ball game. Jeremy Lin for Houston. Howard on the lob, and a high handoff converts.
Well, he's looking for the roll every single time.
Ellis with 14 points. He kicked it into turbo here.
And then coming out of pick and rolls, he's the best guy finding people for assists.
Dwight using that left-handed baby hook over D'Alembert. Howard posts up on the other block this time. Spins back and lays in an easy one. He has taken D'Alembert to school. Calderon shooting well over 40% on 3 and knocks that down. Jose Calderon with a change of scenery this year. Spending the first 9 years in Toronto with the Raptors, and telling me prior to the game tonight that he's just excited to be able to play on ESPN for just the 4th time this
Well, you
career.
love the fact, Mark, because he's an over 40% three-point shooter during his career.
Howard finds Parsons. I'm not sure they drew it up that way, but they'll take the bucket.
They'll take it mainly because Ellis turned his head.
Parsons up top for Dwight, and they make it look easy tonight, Hubie Brown, as Howard will go to the free throw line. He's a perfect 6 for 6 now from the field.
Well, you say, well, he's always open.
Parsons up high again for Dwight. In the crowd over Dirk and D'Alembert.
D'Alembert and Dirk were a step in front of Howard.
Yeah, obviously he wasn't pleased with giving up 68% shooting from the floor. He said his players have to get back faster to stop them in transition and then stop turning the ball over so much. And with Howard, he said he's getting a lot of uncontested stuff in the paint, and that's where they have to try to stop him.
Howard with the jump hook, knocks it down. And he is still perfect tonight, 9 for 9, Coach.
And once again, no double team on the catch.
That's a Beverly on the drive and kick. Dwight, no double team still. Backing down D'Alembert with the left hand. Rolls into the paint. And Dwight, a perfect 10 for 10. Maybe they've been getting some lessons in, Coach. We saw the numbers. He hasn't missed from the field, but maybe just as importantly, 0 turnovers tonight for a guy who's usually a high turnover guy. Right?
That's one thing. And the other thing is they're not fouling him, right? They're letting him get the shots off.
Still hasn't missed. Dwight Howard sizzling hot from the field. Inside to Howard. Spins on D'Alembert and just got it to go. Muscled him underneath. Parsons to inbound.
There's the switches. They just had 3 switches.
Harden gets a look for 3 for the tie. Beverly got stripped and it's ball game over. The Dallas Mavericks come back and win the game.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Ace Cash Express. For the Houston Rockets, Pat Beverly, Jeremy Lin, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Chandler Parsons right there on Beale Street. They almost turned that over and taking it down now to Dwight. Dwight will play on Costa Koufos, takes it in to Terrence Jones, and that's the reason the Rockets are averaging so many points in the first quarter. Ever since he became a starter, the Rockets are averaging up close to 36 points in the first quarter. 10 on the shot clock, down to Howard. Howard and Koufos. Hook pass to Beverly, but it's too tough a place. Can't get a shot off. Now he tries to spin, throws it up off the glass. Howard's there to clean it up. The Rockets now have hit 5 of 5 from the field on their last 5 possessions. Dwight Howard working on Koufos now. Spins one way, back the other, puts it up and in. It's no contest if they're going to guard him with Costa Koufos.
Just keep going to it.
12 on the shot clock. Beverly down to Dwight Howard. Howard going to work on Koufos now one-on-one. Dwight turns one way, back the other, and that's the easy pickings for Dwight Howard. 9 points for Dwight. 5 on the shot clock. Dwight. Rockets going to have to think about shooting. 2 seconds down to 1. Dwight puts it up just ahead of the buzzer. Pat Beverly back the other way. 10-point game. Dwight posting up. Puts it up with a left hand. Got a nice roll on it. And Dwight Howard with 13 points. 6 rebounds. Nick Kalafis giving it up. Jack Randolph taking it down low. Blocked by Dwight. Great play by Howard. He got his body in front of him and then blocked the shot. Randolph back outside. Going to be a turnover. AB's got it. Rockets have the numbers. 4 on 3. Garcia passed up the shot. Going inside to Jones. Jones passes off to Dwight for 2.
And had to grind that one out.
Yes, they did, but they ground it out. That's the main thing, is do it. And the Rockets with a great effort in the fourth quarter, outscoring Memphis 38-23. And the Rockets win this game 93-86. Let's take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Ace Cash Express. For the Houston Rockets, Pat Beverly, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Francisco Garcia, and Terrence Jones. As Chandler Parsons will sit out tonight's game with back spasms. Jeremy Lin, also on the injured list, is not suited up. So the Rockets going with only 10 players on the bench tonight. Garcia out front now as they take it down to Dwight. Dwight gets a double team, but he beats it easily. He never really got to the double team because he spun back to the right side.
And that's what Gordon does, is he just runs the court. He plays hard. He's a good kid. The Jazz want to re-sign him this summer.
Beverly with the jumper and give the assist to Dwight Howard. Alley-oop.
Oh! Wow. That one came off the Wasatch.
Right on top of the Wasatch. Pat Beverly. Looking for Howard. There it is. 7 seconds down to 6. Howard back outside to Garcia. Perfect pass, perfect shot. That's a way to work it off the post, and the Rockets have gone up by 2. That equals their largest lead of the game. And Harden with the alley-oop. Superman flies high.
Run that again. Short.
And Beverly in the open court gives it up to Harden. Harden takes a drive, drops it off. Look out.
Another great pass from James. He's got a great feel for when to take it himself and when to drop it off. And he really likes playing with Dwight, because when you drop it off to Dwight, it's going to be a dunk.
Inside, nobody covered it. I don't know why. He usually attracts a lot of attention. Cisco down to Howard. 8 on the shot clock. Howard goes to his left for 2. Harden turns inside. Alley-oop. Man, I thought that was up over the Wasatch. But Howard went over and got it. The Rockets come off possibly their best game of the year, a victory over San Antonio, and then play absolutely their worst.
The Rockets, as mentioned, beset by injury. Jeremy Lin with a sprained knee, replaced by Patrick Beverly. He teams with James Harden. Chandler Parsons has a sore back, replaced by Francisco Garcia. The 3, Terrence Jones starts for Greg Smith, also out with a sprained knee, and the Rocket Man in the middle.
Pulls the string on that second one. Soaring in is Patrick Beverly, second year out of Arkansas. He became Lynn's #1 backup last year, finished strong in his rookie year. And that's Dwight Howard with the left hand off the glass.
Yeah, this is what the Suns want to do. They're much better and much more effective in the running game.
They average close to 20 points a game on fast breaks. Although they had just 14 last night, 13 against Utah the game before. Trying to get their bearings back in that category. Now here's Howard and the foul. There'll be a chance for a three-point play. Here's Bledsoe. Gets the screen from Tucker. 5 on the 24. Garcia trying to bother him. And here's Fry off the mark from downtown. Comes out to Jones. And Garcia with a high arcing shot. Howard keeps it alive. That's where Dwight Howard gets a lot of hoops. Harden without hesitation. Well, he's so off tonight. Harden now 2 for 10. Howard gets inside. Good defense by Plumlee and Fry. And again, he is not to be denied. Dwight Howard showing that strength.
It was like Moses Malone. He misses 2, 3, 4, and then finally gets the rebound.
Right. Tremendous victory on the road for the Phoenix Suns to split the Southwest road trip. There's your buzzer. And the Suns win it 97-88, in command most of the way here.
For the Rockets, Chandler Parsons will play. In fact, he's going to start. Patrick Beverly in for Jeremy Lin, James Harden, Chandler Parsons, Terrence Jones, and Dwight Howard.
Aaron Brooks, #1 pick for him 5-6 years ago. In that 3rd year in the league, he averaged just under 20 a game.
And then he was traded for Goran Dragic, then he went to China. Harden missing, Howard inside. Bogut goes out, and Howard becomes a factor. His first field goal of the game. No Iguodala and no Tony Douglas, but they are both on this trip. Warriors playing with 10 players as Howard. That actually was a pretty good move right there.
But if he's going to take 3 dribbles like that, maybe 4, they've got to get another person to come double team, because that's where he's least effective. No one comes down, and
Howard, nice lefty hook. That's the first bucket he has on Andrew Bogut. No, since the Iguodala injury, that's been the biggest issue.
Yep.
Every team over 100, every team with high percentages from the field. Howard puts it in, draws the foul.
Well, they've made that
small right now.
Made that mistake a couple of times. Not Bogut fouling and letting him convert.
7 boards and 9 points in the best game Mo Spates has played in a Warrior uniform. Now he's going to go against Dwight Howard and shoot over him and just rim it out.
Probably could have taken him because Howard was out.
Howard ran the floor and laid it in. We've seen Dwight Howard be a better transition player in this game. I think you can say, look, first half in general was some ugly basketball. Second half looked like the team arrived a little bit. Harden finally does knock down the triple. 19 at the end of one and a 19-point lead right now. Second, third, and fourth has been played even. Howard finally got a block shot, and Harrison Barnes will put it in. So Dwight Howard will not go 5 games without a block shot. So 105-83. Warriors on to Memphis. They'll see Houston next Friday.
Here's the Rockets starting five. Patrick Beverley, James Harden, Parsons, Terrence Jones. Jones is in his second year out of Kentucky. And Dwight Howard, the former Magic star, now in his first year with Houston for Kevin McHale. Out the big baby.
I think he pushed that one a little bit. Too wide open on that one.
Howard running the floor and dropped another one. Terrence Jones, a long three. They've knocked in another one. 3 threes in a row for the Rockets. Howard receives the ball against Jason Maxiell. Draws a double team out to Harden. Parsons driving the lane. Beverly, 4-3. Or was it a pass? I think it was a shot. Howard's first field goal of the night comes on an air ball by Patrick Beverley. Howard calling for it. Left side against Davis. Makes his move into the lane and scores his first field goal in a while. He had that put back on an air ball by Aaron Brooks. Harden setting up Howard. Howard drawing a lot of attention. Nicholson got a hand on it. Howard got it back and a foul on Davis. But too little. Howard muscling it in and Davis committing the foul. Howard spinning on Davis, puts it in. Nice move by Dwight Howard.
It was quick. Jameer run the pick and roll. So they do it again. They go right back to it. Yeah.
Howard rejects Nelson.
Jameer and Aaron back on the floor.
And so is Dwight Howard. Finding Parsons, who spins and leads it in. Howard with the assist. Chandler Parsons. Follow on Parsons. Moore is on Harden. Harden beats Howard. Howard scores and a foul. Harkless chased off the three-point line. Challenging Howard, and Howard got it. Connie Price firing. The rebound, Howard. That gives him 22 for the night. And that will put the capper on it. Houston will win it by 10.
It's the Portland Trailblazers and the Houston Rockets. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, David Aldridge as the Rockets control the opening tip before a packed house here in the Pacific Northwest. Both these teams, very good first quarter ball clubs. Among the best in the NBA. Howard on a spin with the hook and able to go glass. Matthews on a post-up. Harden stepped away. And it's handled by Howard. Here comes Parsons. Parsons once again down the middle, but missed the stuff. Kept alive by Garcia. Dwight Howard, who comes off that 2020 game against his former team, Orlando, with a nice move. Beautiful running hook shot. Batum with the shot. He's had an excellent season. Actually, last year, in terms of statistics, it was a career year, but Portland with a terrible finish. They ended up 33-49. Howard, again, they missed the playoffs. The Blazers did for the second straight year. Beverly able to shake loose. Shot clock to 7. The two, rejected by Howard. The Western Conference Player of the Week for the second time this season, LaMarcus Aldridge, and for the 5th time in his career, and headed for another All-Star game.
So important for Aldridge to get going down on that block as Howard scores again on Lopez, but Portland really feeds off of Aldridge's scoring.
Howard, nice fake. He's played well here in the first half. 11 points, 7 rebounds.
This is the best stretch of post play that I've seen from Dwight Howard all season.
But once the shots don't go in and you enter the playoffs, it's a different story if you're a jump shooting team.
Well, they're shooting 41% from the three-point line. I don't think they can sustain that as Howard gets right to the rim against Lopez. But it was interesting talking to Terry Stotts before the game. He told us that he and his staff spent the offseason watching the Pacers, the Bulls, and the Spurs. Basically, 3 of the best defensive teams in the league, and we learned a lot of lessons from them in terms of trying to avoid double teams. They used to blitz pick and rolls. Now they sag back off of them. Batum turns it over there.
But they've changed their strategy, their scheme. They're trying to play more and more like the other teams in the league who play big.
Beautiful setup. Lynn able to hand it to Howard. Freeland contending with Howard, who hits the jump hook over him. But a strong game for Dwight Howard. 20 points, 14 rebounds.
Even though I think we see more and more players come into the league from smaller schools, there's still sometimes a reluctance to draft them.
Nice play to get it to Howard. So Dwight Howard with 22 points.
Well, Marcus is much more of a pick and pop player, and he said that they kind of got back to some of the things he liked this year, more of the stuff on the move that he feels he's better at, and also with the extra firepower on the floor, guys, they can afford to do those things, and the ball really moves.
All right, David is on the alley-oop. Dwight Howard able to put it down. Are you surprised at the play of Robin Lopez as the guy who drafted him? As we mentioned before, Howard gets inside on Lopez. An 11-1 run by the Blazers. Howard spinning. Lopez did not want to pick up number 6.
And Terry Stotts, I think, fine with that. The last thing you need is 3-pointers or a foul, so you give up the easy 2.
Lillard hits the deck and draws the foul. Well, perhaps no foul. He's looking at Joey Crawford pleading for a call, but they say no, the ball was deflected out.
These guys all complement each other so well, and they understand their roles. There's Howard on the offensive putback. A really, really nice team that Portland has developed.
Final minute with the Blazers up by 11. Howard able to jump hook over Lopez. So 32 and 17 for Dwight Howard. Lillard shot blocked by Howard. Parsons to the bucket. And an ovation for the Blazers, who will go to 19-4. 6 wins the last 7 games. Best start in the history of the franchise. In terms of the first 23 games, their overall best start was 20-2 back in 90 and 91.
And like Wednesday night, it'll be rocking the night as Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets invade Oracle Arena to face the Golden State Warriors, who are playing just their 10th home game. Houston playing the second game of a back-to-back after losing in Portland last night.
See, there's a lot of crossing over defensively tonight. Bogut is playing Howard, yes, but Jones is playing Bogut.
Here's space with a jumper over Howard. And Lee trying to keep it alive, and Howard has it now for Houston.
See, Spates is an excellent perimeter shooter, and he wants to play high post or outside to force the big man to come out to play him.
Dwight Howard getting booed here. Warrior fans are pretty smart as Lynn swishes through a 3. That is the 8th straight made field goal by the Rockets. They go back to Dwight here with a shot clock at 5.
They go right back.
Here's Howard. He'll take a jump shot. It's a 3, and it's good! Dwight Howard from downtown, his first 3 of the year.
I'm glad we showed the bench because everybody is up waving and screaming. Are you kidding? How many times in his career have you ever seen Dwight Howard make a 3? Just watch on his kickoff. He said Bogut helped out on the drive. He didn't even hesitate.
Looked good shooting it, too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You can't rest here tonight. You can't rest on any kind of a lead.
Beverly from outside. Patrick Beverly with a 3-pointer. Green for 3. Won't go. They're 1 of 7 from 3-point land.
I know you got to get it out.
Meanwhile, Houston 4 of its last 5 from behind the arc. Parsons. And there is Dwight Howard with the follow.
See, that's quick feet. That's quick feet and a great athletic reaction.
Beverly finds Howard underneath for the stop.
Beautiful backdoor move.
You got Curry on Beverly, a long 3 from Parsons, and Chandler Parsons with another 3. That's the 7th in the first half for the Rockets. I got Barnes on Harden. And here comes Howard over with the block.
No, that was terrific. This is a situation, you have Howard in the game. He had 13 points at the half, 4 for 4 on the foul line, 4 for 5. He has not had a shot or a foul shot the entire second half.
Last shot came with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
You can't pass up a wide open shot.
Jones driving. There's Howard with his first shot and a three-point opportunity as Lee commits the foul. The Houston Rockets, who won twice at Golden State a year ago, beat the Warriors at Oracle again tonight. 116-112 the final score. Rockets win it. And Mike, the nightcap of NBA Wednesday presented by State Farm. At Toyota Center here in Houston, it's the Rockets, one of the best offensive teams in the NBA, hosting the Chicago Bulls, one of the top defensive squads. Houston enters tonight with the 5th best record in the Western Conference. Dwight Howard and James Harden, a formidable duo against Joakim Noah. And the Chicago Bulls with Augustine. Good feed, and that time Boozer did finish. The Rockets back down court. Dwight Howard with the jam from Terrence Jones.
As Howard gets another dunk at the rim.
You mentioned Asik, he's here in Houston, but it's looking more and more like he's going to be traded any day as Augustine misfires. Asik has not worked out his pairing with Dwight Howard. Jones, alley-oop and beautiful touch as Howard tips it in and has 6 points. After that miserable first quarter for Chicago shooting, the Bulls at 70% here in the second quarter. They were 6 of 21 in the first quarter and had just 1 bucket outside the paint. Still haven't made a 3 tonight. Oh, nice pass by Harden. Another stuff by Howard and a 3-point opportunity. Howard with the jam. That's the 4th or 5th dunk by Dwight Howard. That's a 10-point lead for Houston. Boozer able to hit the jumper. Also, Lionel Hollins' team really struggling in Memphis. Now they do have some injuries, but Hollins led them to the conference finals, and he's out of work right now as a head coach. Underneath, bucket, Dwight Howard. Beverly leaning in, fires to Howard, who puts it in with the left hand.
And that's where Howard is at his best. Pick and roll and then post deep. And I like Pekovic. He looks like a guy who was one of the mobsters in Taken as Howard finishes.
I missed that one. Bulls will play in Oklahoma City tomorrow night. Second game will be back-to-back. As Howard sneaks inside and scores his 19th point. But to your point, just to finish up on Howard, you know, he's coming off the back injury and just didn't have the explosion. I mean, just look at him on the hop here this year. Case in point right there. We didn't see a lot of that last year in Los Angeles. So the Rockets with a 109-94 win tonight at home as Dwight Howard led the way with 23 points. James Harden had 19. Good to see Coach McHale back on the bench after missing the last week, dealing with the death of his mother.
They are ready to go at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. A big-time East versus West matchup. Dwight Howard and the Rockets at 17-9, getting ready to take on Paul George and the Pacers, 20-5 thus far this season.
When you watch Houston in the half-court sets, yeah, they like to run the baseline screens for Howard and then isolate like they're doing right now.
Howard working in on Hibbert, going to the left hand, and the beautiful touch to begin things here in Indy.
Well, you're going to like the fact that he has quickness of foot this year. He just seems to be able to be under control. Let's hope that we see his total game tonight.
Coming off a 23-point, 9-rebound performance against Chicago on Wednesday, and here coming up with the steal, the Rockets love to run, and Beverly goes in for the finish.
Beverly extremely quick. He's given them 12 points a game.
You don't typically think points in transition for Indiana.
That's right, but they get the ball up the side, so you have to play it.
Howard on the nice feed from Parsons.
See, Parsons, as your small forward at 6'9", can hit the three, has the mid-range game, is an excellent passer in traffic.
Houston 5 of 7 from the floor in the early going. Here's George, has the step, can't finish amongst the trees, and a jump ball comes in late.
Granger.
And the backup wings have not lit up the world for Indiana this year anyway, so he does fill a need for the Pacers. Harden's three is good.
Now Harden is not having a great year shooting the three. He attempts 6 a game.
Nice find. Hibbert couldn't on the first try, and then the denial from Howard.
That you have to keep doing.
Granger, no. Howard the rebound.
I don't think he squared up on his last 2 shots, Ryan. I think he rushed both shots.
And he said he'd be a little rusty as Aaron Brooks. No, but Howard on the follow, the 2-hand flush. Here's Harden with a hand in his face, left it short. Howard, the battle, and the putback.
Now that's a strong move by Dwight. We told you that he's averaging right at 4 offensive rebounds a game for the season. I coached in the league a long time. I played 2 big guys, and they got it done for us. In the ABA, 6'10", Artis Gilmar and then Dan Issel. One was 6'10", the other guy was 7 foot. We played high-low. We did a lot of things. And then in Houston, Olajuwon and Sampson played together.
Stevenson, the lob into George. Has size on Beverly and the agility, but Howard the block. George, how about another try? And George
a foul on the floor.
Gets fouled as he was just trying to navigate down there amongst the trees. 12 assists for the Pacers on their 19 field goals as Howard uses the window, having a big first half. Here's Howard working into Hibbert. Shouldering into him. The left hand is good for Dwight Howard.
I'll tell you, tonight he has been excellent, and he has really favored the left-handed shot.
Here's Howard. Stevenson faked the dig. Now he comes. Howard with the left hand again.
I'll tell you, that's at least his 4th baby lefty hook shot, and he's been right on the money.
Here's Stevenson flying in, denied by Howard. That's going to be a jump ball, and then Dwight talks a little smack to Stevenson while he's sitting on the ground. Houston, 2-for-1 opportunity if they hurry, and ooping the alley is Howard. So the Pacers will walk it up in what has been total domination of the Rockets tonight in Indiana. A 114-81 drubbing at the hands of the top team in the East, the Indiana Pacers.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Ace Cash Express. For the Rockets, Pat Beverly, Francisco Garcia, Dwight Howard, Chandler Parsons, and Terrence Jones. James Harden is injured with that tender left ankle. He will not play tonight. This is the 4th time this season the Rockets are playing on the road in back-to-back nights. They're 5-1 on those occasions. Dwight backs it in, lays it up and in. That was pretty easy.
That was a nice move by Dwight. He got the pump fake to get Drummond off his feet.
There's Pat down the line. Extra pass to Garcia. Gets a wide open look and misses it. Beverly gets it inside and he knocks it free to Dwight with a left-handed slam. Wow. He switched that ball from the right hand to the left side, and that was so quick. Beverly,
shot clock. They see it.
2 seconds down to 1. Dwight sees it, and he makes it.
He tried to step back to get behind the line, but they called it a 2.
Monroe working, backing Jones down, and Howard comes over and makes him eat the basketball.
Man, it's great to have a shot block on the weak side like that.
Dropping it down to Dwight. He'll have to work on Greg Monroe. Drummond's gone to the bench. Dwight spinning inside, lays it up with the left hand for 2. Boy, that's a beautiful move. Taking it inside now, back with the left hand, and goaltending is called.
That's Josh Smith with the goaltending, and you mentioned he's not a very good three-point shooter, but he is an excellent shot blocker.
Down to Dwight. Dwight gives it up to Pat. Pat puts it up quickly off the glass so they can't block it. Outside to Parsons. Parsons looking down to Dwight. Dwight's got Drummond on him now. Dwight backs in. Puts up the hook shot. Got it.
Really nice move by Dwight. I like his patience. He's getting exactly what he wants. He's not letting the defense dictate to him.
Yeah, he's 6 of 8 from the field, Dwight is, and 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Going right back to him again. Drummond right behind him. Back outside. AB puts up a three-pointer and hits it. Aaron Brooks, number 12 in the NBA, at three-point shooting, 44%. Inside to Villanueva. Dwight scares him to death. Gets a block. Here's Catsby in the open court. He's got Parsons on one wing. Garcia wide open on the other. Get in there. Yes! 3 straight trays for the Houston Rockets. Last night we had only 4 threes against a team that doesn't let you shoot very many of them, and there's Dwight Howard putting it up and in. I think the Rockets already have equaled that mark of 4 threes, and a lot of that has to do with Dwight has just punishing them inside. Shot clock makes it impossible to get a safe lead in an NBA game. Held that to Charlotte last night. They were down by 20. They came back and beat the Pistons by scoring 41 points in the 4th quarter. There's Dwight one way, back the other. He's got him dizzy. Dwight Howard is a machine. Hey, take the clock back about 9 years here. 8 years. Caskey's got 8 seconds on the shot clock. Alley-oop to Dwight. Boy, Dwight Howard has just taken the game over. 23 points and 12 rebounds for Dwight. Smith working on Parsons. Great defense by Chandler. Cut him off right there. He goes back to the middle, and Dwight. And it's knocked away off the knee of Smith. Good call. Dwight turns inside with a left-handed shot for 2. What a move by Dwight Howard. He just powered through everybody. Chandler looking down low. Dwight wants it. He's demanding the ball. Give it to him. Monroe right behind him with both hands on him. Now they get a double team. Back to Caskey, lays it up and in.
You see, Caskey is used to playing in that position. Caskey made a nice cut right into the paint and gave Dwight a very good passing lane.
The big guy, Andre Drummond, will be on him now. Drummond goes for the steal. Dwight's got it. 7 on the shot clock. Nice fake by Dwight. Puts it up and in. Nice touch.
And Drummond learned. He didn't go for that first pump fake, but Dwight was still able to get it up over him.
All right, Dwight spins one way, back the other. Parsons on the drive, changes hands. How about that move by Chandler Bang? Aaron Brooks gives it up to Dwight. Superman flies again. How about this? 33 points, 18 rebounds.
I'm just shocked that they're not doubling him on the catch.
They go right back to Dwight. Nice pass to Caskey for 2. They're just really slicing them up now. I've been doing my basketball here in Houston for a long time with the Rockets, and I can't think of a more heroic effort. Can you, Matt? Just thinking about with all the injuries, and there's Dwight again. A one-man gang. Dwight Howard says, come along for the ride, fellas. We may be injured. We may have a lot of guys in the locker room, but I'll take you home. And the Rockets coming off a loss in Indiana with a big, big win. Kevin McHale and his coaching staff did a heck of a job tonight, but they turned it over to the big fella.
Jeremy Lin, in his 4th season from Harvard, will draw his 9th start of the year tonight. Francisco Garcia, in his 9th year from Louisville, will make his 4th start. The front line is Chandler Parsons, 3rd year from Florida. Terrence Jones in his 2nd season from Kentucky. And Dwight Howard in his 10th year from Southwestern Christian Academy in Atlanta. Ellis bluffs the shot. Parsons bit on the pump fake, but Ellis misses from the baseline. In attack mode, Jeremy Lin brings it up the floor. Terrence Jones underneath to Dwight Howard. Saturday night against Detroit, here was the line for Howard. 35 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 block shots.
I mean, you don't stop greatness like Dwight Howard has, but just making him earn things, a little more size on him can really take some of the things that Howard likes to do away from him. Got him off the block right now.
And off go to Parsons, who will get to the rim for the slam dunk.
Well, he can't do both, Mike. You can't guard Dwight Howard and go and block that particular shot.
Getting into the paint, Dwight Howard over the shoulder with the foul.
That's deep in the paint there, Mark.
Here's a long pass caught and flushed home by Dwight Howard.
So you got to keep yourself between the man and the basket on that situation, Mark. It's tough to do all of it. That's what great defensive teams, Indiana, they're able to do. That's what makes them so successful.
Strong post up, hook shot, Howard.
That was against pretty good defense that time. That was a tough shot.
Howard fakes the pass. Dalbert trying to hold him off. Another hook shot goes in.
I mean, that's excellent defense, good challenge, but the offense is better.
Parsons shooting over Calderon, and Howard roaming free in the paint. Follows it home with a jam.
And this is really where Houston misses a guy like James Harden, somebody to go to when a team makes a run like the Mavericks have been able to make.
Garcia for 3, follow jam to Dwight Howard.
How to put a body on him.
Dalbert's line tonight is an 8.5 rebound game.
So you got to have pressure pressure on that passer, Mark, in that situation. Whoever's guarding Parsons has to put some pressure on the pass.
Parsons. Down low to Dwight Howard. Howard in the lane. That's going to be their place to go.
No question. That's the only place they can go.
4 points tonight for Marion. Down low again, this time on the left block for Howard. They've been posting him up on the right side of the floor most of the time. Draws a double. Went to Brooks for three. Those are the first bench points by Houston in the second half. Dallas, in 5 seconds, will put this in the books. Monte Ellis, a big second half. Dirk in a historic night, passing Alex English. A great scoring effort. Carter and Crowder and D'Alembert and Wright down the list. Everyone contributes in a 111-104 win for the Mavs.
Welcome to NBA Christmas Day Special, presented by State Farm in the city of San Antonio, where the Spurs are a model of sustained basketball excellence. Tonight, they host their division rivals from Houston, whose singular mission is championship or bust. It's coming up next. Parsons looking inside to Howard with the turnaround. Nice looking play.
His left hand has been very efficient. He's been going to his left hand jump hook as much as his right hand. I think Christmas Day games have a weird psychology to them. I think they scare coaches more than they scare players.
Interesting. If you're Kevin McHale, do you try and get James Harden going a little bit?
Yeah, if I was coaching right now, I'd try to go after Harden or take him out and bring him back with the second unit.
But at the same time, I guess you don't want to cool off Chandler Parsons. Knocks down another bucket. He has 8. Long ball, no good by Ginobili. Howard with the rebound. Howard with the post up and slams it home. They're making it look easy right now. A 10-0 Houston run. Duncan took his time to tee it up.
A lot of jump shots. A lot of jump shots by San Antonio.
Lynn on the push by Parker. And Howard controls it for Houston. Parsons for 3. Splash down, another one. Chandler Parsons with 3 3-balls, and he's hit double figures. Howard slams it home emphatically. Houston not having any problems at the offensive end. Here's Harden. Harden in his first game back after missing a couple games with a high ankle sprain. Gets it into Dwight Howard. Facing up on Duncan. Powers it up and through and over Duncan for the bucket. He's got 8.
Solid and efficient.
Here's Howard working against Splitter. Goes quick. Got it knocked away though. The jump hook over Splitter. An impressive shot by Howard.
How quick he was early and was ineffective, and then he slowed down and he made an easy basket.
Inside to Splitter. Working against Jones. Wheels with the hook shot and rebounded by Howard. And Houston has numbers. Splitter trailing defense. Howard with the crush. Dwight Howard with 13 points and 13 rebounds.
And outrunning Duncan and Splitter.
Bellinelli with the ball fake. Now the 3.
That was from 40 feet.
Well, you know what? Manu Ginobili said that because of my antics earlier in my career, that's bought Bellinelli a little bit of credibility and equity with Popovich as Jones slams it home. So a miss on a long 3 at one end and an easy bucket at the other end by Houston. Now a decision for Kevin McHale. 4:47 to go in the third quarter. Do you leave Dwight in at this point, or do you give him a breather and keep him out of harm's way?
I like leaving him on the road. I like, keeping the confidence of the game and respect that he knows what's going on and that he has to be smarter.
Caspi, well, good decision that he was in on that possession. What a high handoff. Caspi to Howard. Harden with 16 points in the fourth quarter on 6 of 7 from the field. And the Houston Rockets storm into the Alamo City on Christmas Day and defeat the San Antonio Spurs again, 111-98.
Jeremy Lin, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Chandler Parsons. First 5 for Hall of Famer and NBA legend and treasure, Kevin McHale. Early 5-point lead as Dwight Howard gambled. Little jump hook. Nothing you can do about that. Avino got away with one. And you want to sometimes, and not Anthony Davis necessarily, but put him at the line instead of giving him a layup.
Nice to have a guy who can break down the defense and get in the paint.
give you those wide open looks around the arc.
It'll be Dwight Howard. That's on the window. And I don't know who would have gone. That was pretty hot coming off the glass.
Yeah, I'd like to see what would have happened if he hadn't touched it. I don't think it goes in. Well, that's a good job. Guys working hard together, putting good pressure on the basketball so they can't have that easy look into Howard. You got to root him out of there. God.
Yeah, he had the position. Nothing you can do. The Holiday on the bench. Roberts, a prayer. Picked up by Caspi. Shot selection not real good right now in the last 2 possessions.
Yeah, that was a really good close by Howard. I think Roberts thought he had more space than that.
Simple go. Yeah, simple give and go. Now it's 9. Aaron Brooks out there. Harden leaves it off. The little guard out of Oregon. And Howard just got wherever he wanted on that play. So Dwight Howard, hard to the hole. Almost a double-double to the first quarter for him. It'll be Lynn put in a tough spot. Man, Dwight Howard on the finish. Delab Aminu, but it was off target. He got the rim, didn't it?
Yeah, really very good timing on that one.
Inside Howard. And in front of the rim when he caught that one. I guess that's deep post position, the definition.
It's funny when you see a screen come and they both stay with somebody else and not Anderson for us.
Percentage, I guess. Dwight Howard is now 8 of 9 with 16 points and 11 boards. Evans. And Drew Holiday blocked away by Dwight Howard. 12 and 9. AD poured away from a double-double. Somebody's missing. Yeah, nobody rotated over that time. Now running through multiple picks. Tracking. Clear out. Billy Lynn, good look. Really no challenge out there because Evans was still thinking about Howard in the drop down and all the way to the rack. It'll be cut by Anthony Davis out of nowhere. 4-point game. Man. Anthony Davis with the putback.
Plastic Man. I don't even know how he did that.
Howard will get the roll on the running hook.
10 of 11. Jeez. Pretty much matches Dwight Howard.
Oh, nice. Sends it over for Lynn. Nice backdoor triple. Skipped it across. They reversed it quickly. Closing 2 minutes, 10-3 Houston as they win it by 9.
Meanwhile, Jeremy Lin and James Harden. Harden, if you remember, turned his ankle in the second half of that contest. Dwight Howard with Chandler Parsons and Terrence Jones up front. And now the shot blocked. It will stay King's direction with 12 on the shot clock. That's the challenge for him, trying to stay in front of Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, not easy to do. Aaron very quick. Of course, Jimmer played with him and against him in practice. That might help a good bit.
That's the first basket for Dwight Howard. Howard gets too close to the basket. Tough matchup for Quincy Acey. 36-30. Dwight Howard now with 6. Jeremy Lin, they want to go to Howard. And it's going to count. And a chance for one more.
Yeah, the athleticism of Howard. You see, has worked on his low post game, that time with a little bit of a left-hand half hook.
Howard, and he has come alive here in the second quarter. He now has 13 points. Cutting to the basket. Parsons with the jam. No help defense, and it's 49-48. McLemore. Rebound, Dwight Howard. Quick outlet. Harden. And fast break basket. And that gets Michael Malone up off the Kings bench to take a timeout. 110-104. Here's Lin. Lin, and with 2/10 of a second left, that will do it. The end of 2013, the Kings beat the Rockets 110-106. Happy New Year, Sacramento.
The Rockets have won each of their last 8 games against the Knicks, dating back to January of 2010, is Tyson Chandler.
What are the Knicks going to do? They're going to try to move that ball. They got some good long-range shooters.
That's what you have to do with Bargnani. Make him move his feet.
as Terray Murray puts it up and in. And he's been a nice surprise for the Knicks out of Wichita State.
Yeah,
he's a rookie, and he's really a good defensive player.
Actually, a Houston-grown boy here from Clyde Forest.
Yep. And long. Gets another touch.
That was a good pass there. Just a good play by our Houston Rockets.
Chandler passes off to Dwight. Well, nobody got called for 3 seconds because the ball never got possession. Everybody was scrambling for it. There's a three that's off the mark. Caspi with a rebound.
Tim Hardaway Jr. His dad could really play, but his son's a nice player as well. I think he's going to have a great career.
Well, Caspi put it up because he knew he had Dwight underneath. And Dwight finished it up for him. Shumpert missed it, and Jones with the rebound. Jones takes it all the way in, drops it off to Dwight. Dwight puts it up with the left hand.
That's just great offense by the Rockets. Good interior passing.
Now it's a 7-0 run by the Knicks, and the Knicks feel like, hey, we did this in San Antonio last night. We can do it again tonight. Dwight puts it up and misses. T. Jones tips it to Dwight. He puts it up and gets it.
Way to stay with it. T. Jones kept it alive.
Aaron Brooks turns the corner, trying to keep that dribble alive, looking for Dwight. There it is. Nice pass, hook shot. Yeah, there we go.
Dwight Howard, we've been looking for.
Saddle up the big horse right into the finish line. 91-89. Right now, Chandler Parsons on Anthony. Both teams are in the penalty. Can't afford a foul. Shumpert takes it inside, shoots a two and misses. And Bargnani gives him another chance. Anthony in the corner. Udrich out to Smith. 4 seconds. Down to 3. Down to 2. Udrich's not going to get it off in time. And he does. And he went for the game. And the Rockets win it. Beno Udrich got the shot off in time. It went in the basket and came out. And the 2 free throws by Aaron Brooks wins it for Houston.
Some familiar faces, of course, for Kevin McHale's Rockets. However, the one shock is Ronnie Brewer, who hasn't played much at all. A veteran of the NBA, bounced around. We'll give you some details later, but he is in there instead of Chandler Parsons. They miss a lot of versatility with Parsons out of the line. There's a shot block. Powell's going to get it right back and slam it home.
Well, too much space was given by Powell to Dwight. You give him that amount of space, he's going to block just about all of your shots. But fortunately, it went right back, and Powell got the easy one.
Lakers on a 13-4 run.
Nice job by Powell, though. Dwight wanted to spin.
Blocked him once, but then Howard got it back and scored.
That's all right. That was good defense by Powell in both cases. There are just going to be times when a guy makes a better shot than your defense.
Good swing by Dwight Howard. Barely made the rim. Gets his own rebound.
Nice
3 minutes to go in the quarter.
He shot it with his right hand. He's better with his left.
Yeah, there he is with the left, and he knocks it down. Yeah, so it's...
He had no chance with that right hand. It almost like it just squirted out of his hands.
Here is Lynn. When you go between the legs in soccer like that. Here's Harden. He's got a three.
As soon as Jody Meeks went down to double on Dwight, Kendall Marshall sort of rotated over to James Harden.
Unfortunately, Jordan Hill misses them both.
Yeah, then you have to run back. We're late coming back.
Lob underneath. Oh, good defense that time, but on the follow, the score by Howard.
And that was because the Lakers were late coming back in off the missed free throw.
Rockets bring it up. They're the 6th seed currently. 5 behind the top spot. A game back of the Clippers and Golden State. Underneath lob. Harden to Howard. That's what they were envisioning when they signed Dwight Howard, that teaming up with the high-scoring James Harden.
It's a nice play by Harden. He did a good job of making sure Meeks didn't get back into play, and then the lob pass to Dwight.
Jeremy Lin. Big vision, speed, IQ. Brooks with a small run at the backcourt. He misses on good pass by Howard, though, because cutting through the lane is Caspi, and he floats it in. Here's Gasol on its way. Nothing but net.
That's the first scratch for Powell in the second half. So his second half woes continue.
You know, and that's another trend that has to stop. You know, for one reason or another. We talked about it right at the beginning. Powell's good start and then unable to sustain it. And it's just maddening. Final second ticks off. Lakers fall to the Rockets 113-99.
For the Houston Rockets, Jeremy Lin, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Ronnie Brewer is in again tonight for Chandler Parsons, who will miss another game with that knee injury. The high pick and roll was the staple of the offense for the Atlanta Hawks until Horford got hurt. They have to get away from that now, and there's Dwight towards the middle, and that's just what you said. Just pound them with Dwight Howard.
And just keep going to it.
Harden's first appearance for the Rockets against Atlanta last year. He had 45 points in this arena, and Howard slams it home.
So there are a couple different ways to get the ball into Dwight.
Teague gives it up to Millsap. Drops it down to Antich, and Howard blocks it right on over to Brewer. A lot of oohs and ahs in the building. 7-0 run by the Hawks. Trying to guard Dwight with a forward, and he missed the shot. He got the rebound, fakes it. It's like a man playing with boys. Huh?
Exactly.
All right, back to Dwight again. Millsap trying to stay with him. Slam dunk for Rocket Man.
See, Millsap is 6'8". He's not nearly big enough to guard Dwight, and they don't have anybody else on the floor who's big enough to come double.
Antich trying to stand behind Harden. Or Howard. Harden fakes a three, puts up a three, and got it. Well, DeMar Carroll should have held his ground as Harden really was going to fake him to start with. Alley-oop.
Whoa. Did Dwight just grab the left part of the backboard as he was dunking that?
Yes, he did. That was D12 in action right there.
He catches the ball behind the backboard and then has to put it out in front.
That. I didn't see that originally.
So Dwight did not grab the backboard. He was grabbing the ball right there. And oh, my goodness, what a finish.
What a shot. Harden gives it up to Jones. Lost the basketball. 2 seconds. Down to one. Jones floats it up. Missed it. Dwight's got it and slams it home. And that's the way you go to work inside. Garcia drives it to the basket and misses, and Dwight follows it up.
That's really the best offense for the Rockets is Dwight getting offensive rebounds.
Well, at least there was a penetration there. Millsap. Howard forced him to take the ball down to the floor for the turnover, and Harden is fouled by Teague. Man, what a great defensive stop by Dwight Howard. Millsap went up, and Howard was all over him.
A great block, and that jump starts the fast break again. So the two superstars for the Rockets, the two all-stars, are going to have to take this game over and finish this one out.
Jones will bring it in. 5.3 left to play. Somebody's got to come get the ball. There it is. You got to give it up. Dwight to Lynn. Lynn fires it up. Back to Jones. Throws it up in the air, and it won't go down, and the Rockets lose one in Atlanta. For the Houston Rockets, Jeremy Lin, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Ronnie Brewer. Dwight Howard all by himself with Gortat. Takes it to the middle and puts it up with the left hand and count it. The foul, too, as he will go to the free throw line. A three-point opportunity. Stay with us, folks. And there's Howard taking it in.
I'll be here all night.
I know you will. Big fella's got it again, going to work. Down low on Gortat. And Gortat had to grab him, and there was no whistle. He grabbed him with his left arm then.
So the Wizards just putting on some token backcourt pressure, and the Rockets have got to be able to beat that. This is in a professional game. You cannot let full court pressure bother you.
Howard just going to keep running it, and why not? So he wasn't able to hit those free throws, and Dwight's going to go back to work. Gortat's going to stay on him, though, as Dwight spins one way, back the other, and D12 is out of the phone booth officially.
Finally.
Going right back down to him again. Good pass to Jeremy. Now they're able to work that part of the game.
Beautiful ball movement by the Rockets and knocking down that three. Really an excellent job, and the Rockets are 6 for 10 from behind the arc.
And an alley-oop by Harden to Howard, and the lead increases to 19 points. Rockets really moving it around, and it just makes their offense work so good.
And it really puts pressure on the defense. The defense is constantly rotating, and they can never pick up everybody.
And Howard has just worked them over inside. I mean, that's how the Rockets put the tenderizer on him. Well, Dwight goes to the bucket for 2 and 1, so he stayed warm. He was over here conversing with the fans. Jeremy with a hook pass. Coming out of that phone booth. D12 coming right into your TV. What a pass by Jeremy.
Look at the excitement on Jeremy's face. He is super happy about that pass.
Harden walks it in. An alley-oop to Dwight.
What a creative pass.
That's a big comeback for the Rockets. They blew a 25-point lead, but they went on a 10-0 run down the stretch, led by James Harden with 10 straight points. Rockets go on a 17-5 run to win the game. And for the Houston Rockets, Jeremy Lin, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and we welcome Chandler Parsons back after missing a couple of games with a sore knee. And Jones has got it now and gives it up to Harden. Humphries has got him. Alley-oop inside for the slam dunk. Dwight was all right all night on that one. And Harden with a little fadeaway from the top, rims it out, won't go down. The ball ends up in the hands of Jones. Fresh 24 for Houston. Parsons has it on the wing, gets it to Dwight. Wow. See how smart a play that was, because Avery Bradley was on Dwight Howard. Howard taking it inside, and he just takes his own miss and slams it home.
Not too many guys in the league can do that.
Dwight's got it. So far, it's just one-on-one. Bradley's coming over, got there too late, and good job. Now, he was a lot smoother. He didn't play so fast. He played within himself on that. Dwight drops it down to Lin. Hey, how about that inverted offense?
And Jeremy just cut to the basket because his man lost sight of him.
Very few whistles.
Well, I don't mind that if they do it consistently on both ends.
What a beautiful pass to Dwight by Jeremy. The Rockets running their offense in the paint. All right, here we go now. Back to Harden again. Harden gives it up. Jeremy goes down the lane, sets it up beautifully to Dwight.
That's a very creative pass by Jeremy, and you can do that when the opposing center is only 6'7".
Rockets have done a good job of getting it inside. Good move by Dwight. Went to the right, took it away, went back to the left. And Howard now with 18 points. 66-49, 17-point Houston lead. Lin goes down that baseline, looking around. Favarani picked him up. He knew it. As soon as he saw Favarani behind him, he knew Dwight had a small guy on him. Over to Dwight again. Feed the big guy. And that's what's happening.
Well, that's the reason why Favarani, he tried to play him in the first game with no success. Yeah. Now that they're putting him here in the second half, he's having no success either. So keep going to Dwight.
As a double team on Howard. So somebody's open. There he is, Jeremy Lin. How do you move the ball any better than that? If they're going to double Dwight, the thing I love about Dwight, he's such a good passer. Dwight wants that basketball. Favarani's fronting him now. He goes back door for the slam.
Oh, man,
Caspi says there are a couple of different ways we can get him the ball. Parsons to the basket. Missed it. Dwight had it. Got it back. Dwight's going up. Yep, there it is.
He's like a man among boys down there, isn't he?
Yeah, boy. So Kevin gets a win at home, and the Rockets win 2 games in a row on this road trip.
The Rockets lineup features the big two of Harden and Howard. Chandler Parsons and Terrence Jones could elevate Houston to the next level by becoming a consistent third star. Both are very solid. Of course, the point guard at the moment is Jeremy Lin. Terrence Jones on the miss to clean up by Dwight Howard. The tendency is to try to run and play quickly with the quick-playing Houston Rockets. You don't want to play so quickly that you don't take time for shots. And they work their pick and rolls inside effectively. Well, that ball simply caromed to Dwight Howard. It was deflected to him all alone at the basket.
Very appropriate, and the Bucks need to get something, get some stops right here, Jim, because they're in danger right now.
Bucks 4 of 7 on threes. Houston 2 of 8. Hey! At the basket, it's Terrence Jones. 21 for him. And it takes a while to become a we player in the league team.
It really does, and that was a we play by the Bucks because they shared the basketball. I thought Larry Sanders got hit a little bit. The officials missed it. They don't miss much. They certainly missed that particular play.
Dwight Howard. Brandon Knight weaving through the defense. Sanders rolls. Pretty good pass for him. He bobbled it for a moment. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. That's a block shot, Dwight Howard. Giannis puts up a 3 and hits it over Chandler Parsons.
I was about to say, that was a great shot. Most difficult three-point shot to take in basketball.
Soft little alley-oop assist, Lin to Howard. Henson got a piece of whatever that was that Omri Caspi put up there.
I think it was a pass.
It was a pass, and Howard is fouled in the process. This time, it's Caspi on the receiving end from Howard.
Well, the good news is 4.4 on the shot clock. That means you only have to play defense for how long, Jim? 4.4. So, yeah, trick question.
Well, if you take a shot at 2, it'd be 2 points.
Yeah, that's right. But it certainly favors the Bucks here.
Not much defense there. Cannon strips over midcourt to avoid that violation, and they will dribble it out. 114-104. The Rockets take game 1 of this 2-game series.
It's a beautiful Monday night downtown Houston, and we welcome you to the Toyota Center, the home of the Rockets. Hope you're enjoying your MLK Day holiday today. A look at the Western Conference standings coming in. The Portland Trailblazers, one of the hottest teams in the league. They've won 5 straight. They're a half game back of the San Antonio Spurs. They started this road trip with a win against San Antonio. Houston checking in the 5 spot in the West, coming into play tonight. Scoring a lot of points, giving up a lot of points, especially the Blazers. But they come in at 31-9. Dominated the East at 15-2. Still trying to answer some questions is Howard with the basket, going to the line, a chance at 3. Eunice drives the hook shot. No, that's the first miss. Howard gets the offensive board, and Beverly for 3. Yes! Pat Beverly in his first game back. 16-9. Houston leading Portland, just underway. First of our doubleheader on TNT. As Howard on the lob from Harden set him up well. Brings on Caspian. Howard's going to have to play a lot of minutes tonight, you figured. And the hook shot goes for Dwight Howard. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Aaron Brooks, as well as Howard goes to the basket. Count it. And a foul. He goes strong.
See what happens when you make a quick move down low and you're decisive offensively. There's no one that can guard Dwight Howard down low. It's when he holds the basketball and is indecisive, that's when he runs into trouble.
Dwight Howard back in. Finds Parsons. And Parsons again. He's having a big night tonight, Chandler Parsons. And most of it coming inside. See the shooting by the Rockets. In this quarter alone, they've hit 5 3-pointers. For the game, the Rockets have hit 9, and Howard goes in the paint. A ton of action in there as well. Lopez the foul, and Howard a chance again of the 3-point play. Out inside to Howard. Faces up, took his time with this one. Love it. Let's say a result.
But not really took his time. I think he just waited for the cutter to get through, and then he wins.
All right, thanks, Rachel. And it does bear mentioning the starting 5 for the Portland Trailblazers, the only team in the NBA to have started in every game this year. They've only used one lineup this year, comfortable playing with each other. They know they can come back quickly. Beverly gets his own. Beverly kicks it out. Good idea, Dwight. Let James Harden do it. Even though Dwight made a 3-pointer against the Bucks, that was the good decision. Houston trying to make it back-to-back wins. This 5-game homestand. Howard takes Lopez and brings it home.
Beautiful
Dwight
move.
Howard.
Beautiful move by Dwight Howard.
Beverly was supposed to be gone 4 to 6 weeks. He came back inside a month. Probably could have returned a little earlier, but the doctors were a little cautious as Batum almost a steal. Up top for Howard! Set up by Harden! Rockets with a season high 126 points tonight. Dwight Howard with 24. Chandler Parsons scored 31.
Patrick Beverly, who we didn't see the last time these teams played, is back and starting with James Harden, Howard, Parsons, and Montejunas. Here's Howard, and it's going to count, and the foul is on DeMarcus Cousins. Montejunas, Howard, 1-point game.
Well, that's what Dwight Howard does.
You remember the first meeting when these two teams played, James Harden got hurt and was not a factor and had to lead the game in the 4th quarter as Cousins' shot is blocked. Rockets by 2. Now Thompson working on Caspi. Clear advantage there, but you got your goalie waiting there, and his name's Dwight Howard.
And he is a goalie deluxe.
Howard. 7 points for Howard.
Another quick spin move by Dwight Howard. That half hook over the top. Very difficult to guard that.
Thompson, nice job in the putback. Jason Thompson, nice basket. And it's 40-29. Before the Rockets quickly throw that ball down the floor. Caspi. Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard without Cousins going to be tougher on the Kings, obviously.
Isaiah trying to survey. Stops, pops, three-pointer, no good. And here comes Howard and the Rockets. Harding leaking out. And it's a 10-point game. Well, a lot of Kings fans are anxiously awaiting a report on Rudy Gay. I would just say we probably won't know anything tonight other than what we have been told. I would think he would undergo what he needs to tomorrow in Sacramento as Dwight Howard with the basket there. 51-40. Block shot. Setup. Beautiful pass from Harden to Howard. 13-point lead. Yeah. Well, that's twice, Jerry, that we've seen in the last minute the Kings get burned on the exact same play. Well, we've seen that before, haven't we?
Well, that's the third time we've seen it already.
Nice job by McLemore not going for that fake. And Howard, 21 points.
Getting better and better with that half hook.
Sacramento is a team 10 of 20. Well, Howard now with 24 points. Now Howard can do that.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Travis Outlaw is pretty well aware of that right now.
And the final score tonight, the Rockets 119, the Kings 98, in a night in where the Kings lost their two best players in DeMarcus Cousins and Rudy Gay to injuries.
No James Harden again tonight for Houston, so they'll go with Pat Beverly, Jeremy Lin, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Chandler Parsons. Beverly's going to give it up to Dwight. Dwight with a double-double performance again last night. Goes to the basket for two. That was pretty easy over D'Alembert. Parsons goes down that baseline, lays it up and in. What a move by Chandler Parsons. He always plays well in Dallas. In fact, he got the supreme compliment from Greg Popovich the other night about being one of the most improved players in the NBA, and Rick Carlisle followed that up tonight. Parsons right back to Beverly. T. Jones drops it down for the alley-oop. I say drop it down. He was going up to shoot the jump shot, and he thought it would be easier to give it to Dwight. And Lin takes it inside with a great pass to Dwight Howard. Parsons picked up by Carter. Here's Dwight going to work. Double team comes over. They're going to double team him this time. Off of Aaron Brooks. I would not do that, but I would like it. Back to Dwight. Dwight working on D'Alembert. Puts it up for 2-and-1. D'Alembert just can't stay with him. That's 3 fouls now on D'Alembert, and I think he's only played 4 minutes. Ellis looking for that pick from Blair. Drops it down to Blair. Dwight made him change that shot. You got to count those two as blocks, almost. Because when he goes up high, they're going back door to him. Blair can't stop it. And now Dwight starting to take over. Parsons keeps the dribble alive. 5 seconds down to 4 on the shot clock. Chandler misses, and the long rebound goes to Jeremy Lin. Right down to Dwight. Boy, he threaded the needle on that pass. Right between Calderon and Nowitzki. Nowitzki. Eunice trying to stay with him. Right up on him, let him go by. Nowitzki took it in. Dwight blocked it. Put it up again and missed it. So Dwight Howard patrolling the paint on Dirk Nowitzki. Calderon's got it. 17 seconds left as he backs it out. Pick and roll with Dirk. They switch it. Jeremy Lin is on Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk's backing him up. Gets it. Calderon goes for the win. Short. Ball is loose. Calderon goes for another one. He misses. The rebound to Dirk, and the Rockets escape with the victory. Oh, this undermanned, short-handed Houston Rockets team has fought off the Mavericks and claimed a victory here in Dallas. Evan McHale, he's trying to get his Rockets now to do better in January. The Rockets are 1-4 in this month against teams who currently own winning records. So Kevin says, we've got to start playing better. I don't know how we're going to do it, especially with Harden out tonight, but somebody's got to pick up the slack, and it could be that big guy right there, Dwight Howard. And finally, the first field goal of the game, Dwight said, block this.
That's what Dwight's got to do. Finish it. He's super athletic. There's no need to lay it up. Throw it down.
8-point game. Duncan is open. Short. Rebound goes to Pat Beverly. Beverly out of the University of Arkansas. Playing in Russia last year when the Rockets called on him. Came on strong at the end of the season. And he's in the starting lineup. And there is Dwight for 2 and 1. So Howard coming to the party. Parker to Bellinelli from the wing. In and out, won't go. Just beat the shot clock. Parsons in the open court. Patrick. To Jeremy Lin now. And he's looking. White. Yes. Yes. This is the first lead of the game for the Houston Rockets. Patty Mills backs it out, 13 on the shot clock. Trying to go to Dial. Beverly stuck on him and is blocked by Dwight. Second block of the game for Dwight Howard. In the open court, alley-oop to Parsons. Dwight's right there to get it, and he's fouled going up by Bain.
Go back and take a look at the block by Dwight. He does get that before it hit the backboard. And on the other end, Chandler Parsons not able to handle that one. But look at Dwight. He's there. Good job by the big man running the court.
He misses both. Can you believe that? Well, 2 professionals missing. Going 0 for 4. There's Dwight with a layup. Good pass from Jeremy Lin.
Those are big buckets.
Now it's a 2-point game. 1:38 left. Dwight taking it inside. Had it blocked. Tips it back outside to Aaron. Aaron Brooks puts up a 3. Missed it. Dwight tips it. Dwight dunks it. Dwight Howard with an unbelievable effort.
Dwight getting this rebound. That's nothing but hustle, nothing but power. And the big fella says, you know what? This is my domain.
Ball is loose. And Lin won't take it in for a layup. He'll just hold it out. And the Houston Rockets have defeated San Antonio 3 times this season. The first time that has happened since Tim Duncan became a San Antonio Spur. Unbelievable. 1996-97.
The Rockets starting lineup brought to you by the Classic Auto Campus in Streetsboro. Patrick Beverly at the point. Jeremy Lin comes off the bench. Beverly, one of the best defenders at the point in the league. James Harden missed the last couple of games with a thumb injury back in there. Chandler Parsons is their leader in 3-point makes. Terrence Jones is at a fine renaissance in this season as he's really become of age. We'll talk about him and Dwight Howard, of course, head of the All-Star game for the Western Conference. Ball given off inside. There's Jones, had it knocked away. Howard on the cleanup. No, and he scored it. Bounced off and went right back in. So Dwight Howard with his first 2. Harden, so crafty, either hand. Good dish inside to Howard. And he's fouled.
Allowed double penetration.
Murray got to the rim, but Dwight Howard got to the ball. They've got to weather the storm here as they've ripped off 9 straight points. Hard behind the back. Howard on the 2-hand.
See, he's too strong. He and Jones are too strong to let them get a step on you anywhere around the basket.
Waiters backs up, missed it. Rebound to Jones. We got to stop the ball. Thompson did. Parsons putting down the deck. Pump fake that wasn't bought by Law then. Here comes Howard using the off-arm. Turns baseline. If you're Tyler, how do you defend that better? Then came to the ball. Turns against Parsons, no. Strong rebound inside. Tristan Thompson had a block from behind by Howard. Jazz with an 8 now as Dang has 8 in the quarter. 13 so far. Howard pirouetting, scoring in his foul.
Strong man right there.
Howard again on that right block. Good. Turns baseline with a hook.
I don't care if you make the shot, but Jared did exactly what you should do against him. As soon as he puts the ball on the floor, you double down on it.
So good with the dribble with either hand.
Good defense.
Use the off-arm against Dang.
Keeping that number right on him.
Howard personally going away. Lin down the line. Forcing the Cavaliers into a timeout. Howard shoes Tyler Ziller away. Going to work on a bump inside the left-hand foot. That's
unguardable right there.
Yeah, not much you can do about that.
Thompson again in the catch.
See, he had a 15-footer. That's the shot he needs to take.
That's it by Dwight Howard before it was on the way down. Harden missed the opportunity bucket.
Look at Beverly. Boy, he's like a net.
All over the place. To the wall, inside Howard. Just the sheer hustle of Patrick Beverly.
You're right. That was a great effort by Mr. Beverly.
He's got it off in time, but missed the shot. Now the Cavaliers are back on their heels.
And they turned up their pace.
Howard inside with left hand.
I don't know why that basket.
Unless they get something for 104 points.
Triple-double.
Triple-double, yep. As the Rockets virtually won this wire-to-wire. And a final score of 106-92.
For the Rockets, tough defender Pat Beverly with James Harden, one shy of 3,000 points as a Rocket. Sharpshooter Chandler Parsons, Terrence Jones both playing well at the boards. Dwight Howard in the middle. Howard shot 10 for 12 with 26 in their last game. Tucker, a former Longhorn in Texas, and Gerald Green, who went to Gulf Shores Academy right here in Houston, a great standout there, and spent a little time in 07-08 in this Rockets organization. Howard. It's his first field goal. But meanwhile, Jeremy Lin over the last three averaging 17 points, a bit over 8 assists. And he comes off his first career triple-double against Cleveland. Howard made it look too easy.
Yeah, and then Plumlee's got it. You can't get close up on him like that. Back off of him. Make him shoot a jump shot.
Howard methodically works his way to the hole.
There's a chance, I think, to send him to the line.
The grab there by Howard, played by the rookie Land. Big challenge here for Alex.
Yeah, Alex got to be a little bit stronger and not allowing Howard to get that great position.
Here's Beverly, stops at the foul line. Quick movements here by the Rockets. Land bumping and grinding, but Howard with the finesse move.
Yeah, Lynn looking for another bump, didn't get it, and Howard turns finesse and laid it in.
I think he could have just stopped the combination, a unique combination. Here's Howard. Dwight Howard. Talking about P.J. Tucker. Dwight Howard. Fry lowers Jones to the ground, and then the rejection by Howard.
Yeah, well, Channing couldn't get to the basket because Jones was lying on the floor. So he tried to jump over him and shoot a soft shot. And I guess Dwight Howard, he's not worried about his teammate lying on the floor. He jumped up and blocked it away.
Harden was fined a week into the season, you may recall, Eddie, flopping. So, as you said, the refs aren't buying it. There's Dwight Howard with the extension move. Howard's got some numbers tonight. Double-double, 20 and 10. That's his 32nd of the year. Tied for third in that department. Fry not going down for Channing. 0 for 4 from downtown to the 4 points. For Howard.
Jones with that Euro step. Everything is to try to get the ball into Howard with Harden off the floor.
Suns down 3. At a minute into the fourth, Howard gets the nice bounce.
See, if I'm Marcus Morris, I'd foul him.
Howard. Too easy.
Yeah, you said it.
Well, look at that. Dwight Howard just took it away from Goran. Crowd salutes the Houston Rockets. Going to make it 4 straight, 7 of 9, and go to 33 and 17, 16 over 500. The 10th of a second left. And they're going to make it 6 of 7 at home. Long night for the Dragon. 21 and 7 at home now. The Houston Rockets before another sellout crowd.
Let's get to the starting lineups now, starting with the Houston Rockets. Pat Beverly, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Chandler Parsons. Going down to Dwight, working on Sanders. Takes it inside for 2. His moves are so much more deliberate now in the last couple of weeks. All the way across court to Beverly. Got it.
Excellent play. The double team came before Dwight even dribbled the basketball, and he used a ball fake to get Pat Beverly a wide open three.
Pachulia will be assigned to guard Dwight with a double team. That leaves Pat open again for a three. That's 3 threes for Pat Beverly. If you're going to double team Dwight, you better look out. He's such a good passer out of that double team. There's a double team on Dwight. Down to Demo for an easy two. Demo good, really off to a great start now in 9 minutes, 7 points. Jeremy Lin gets it down to Dwight. He sets up his post position out of there, taking it up and puts it up with the left hand, and it's just so smooth. And Dwight Howard now has 4 points. 6:25 left to play in the quarter now. Dwight directing traffic. In the corner to Parsons. Parsons puts up a three and hits it. Chandler, bang. Until Kumbo puts it up. Dwight with a block. Trying to dig it out. Good job by Demo. As Harden comes down the court with the basketball. Harden all the way to the bucket. Get in there. It won't go, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. There's a block by Dwight. He couldn't control the ball, so 2.6 left on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Chandler back out to Harden. Harden's wide open for three, misses, goes right to Chandler, and he'll dribble out of harm's way. They're chasing him. They can't catch him. He puts it up with the left hand and missed it. Dwight's right there, takes it up. He's fouled by Adato Kumbo. So the 2 points count, and Dwight Howard will have a chance to make it three. Good pickup by Demo. And going inside, boy, you can't play defense any better than Donatas just played it. Back to Harden. Harden turns the corner, drops it off with the slam dunk to Dwight Howard. Beautiful pass by James Harden. Down to Dwight. Puts it up with the left hand. Pretty easy. Brandon Knight to Middleton. Middleton drives it to the free throw line. Back to Zaza. Puts it up and in. Milwaukee now has climbed all the way back in this game, down by as many as 15 points in the second quarter. And the Bucks had come back to trail by only one. Parsons to Dwight.
That's the pass right there. You throw it up, you let Dwight get off the floor before he has to catch it.
8 on the shot clock now. Pat will drop it down to Dwight. 5 seconds. Down to 4. Back to Harden. 3 seconds. Down to 2. Harden with a 3. Got it. Harden was only 4 for 14 in the first half. Parsons across the middle, giving it up to Dwight. Dwight goes inside, lays it up and in. I think Dwight thought that Parsons was going to take it by himself. He was a little surprised when he was handed the ball, but he knew what to do with it. Parsons, nice pass to Dwight. Jeremy Lin stays in the game. Walters gets really picked by Dwight. Alley-oop to Harden. Beautiful play. Lin, that pick and roll. Inside to Henson for 2. John Henson out of North Carolina.
He's got a good feel for the game. He knows where he can find some openings. He doesn't try to do too much. Very good player.
He was the #1 draft choice in Milwaukee several seasons ago. Jeremy. Wow. What a pass. Dwight knew what to do with it. It looked like the whole town of Milwaukee was surrounding Dwight then. And Dwight just takes it down and does it by himself. He says, give me the ball. Reggie Howard coming to the rescue tonight. 5 of 7 from the free throw line for Reggie. Going to change his name officially. Walters will fire it up and miss. And in the fourth quarter, Dwight Howard scored 11 points to lead the Rockets to victory. Howard finished the game with 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line, including 3 of 4 in the final 10 seconds.
The Rockets starting lineup brought to you courtesy of Northland Ford. Beverly, Harden, Parsons, Jones, and Dwight Howard. And of course, Minnesota icon Kevin McHale is the head coach of the Houston Rockets. Kevin Love over Jones. Turioff knocked it into the hands of the Rockets, and Parsons will bring it up. Howard, the feed from Parsons, and he throws it down, and that's been a connection that's been working a little bit for them. Parsons finding Dwight Howard. Rubio feed inside for Love, and Dwight Howard sends it the other way. Rockets with numbers, 3-on-2 break. Beverly for Harden, and Harden could have gone either way as Brewer tried to set up, but he will pick up the blocking foul. Tony, take us back, if you will, to that very first night in the Metrodome.
what it was like to go out into that vast expanse of the building and play an NBA game and what the energy was like.
The energy was amazing. It was through the roof. The fan support, though, all the anticipation and expectations of what they were looking at us to do.
Three-point game here. Minnesota doing a great job of getting stops and getting buckets.
And Harden with the miss, but thrown away by Barea right into the hands of Jeremy Lin. Parsons the extra pass. Good closeout by Alexi Shved to prevent the three by Harden. And the putback by Dwight Howard. Tony, does it make you cringe when you see some of these guys struggle as much as they do at times from the free throw line?
Very much so, though. I was speaking to our season ticket holders for 25 years. Many of them, though, and one of the concerns was why is that happening? It's a free throw. You get a free throw at the basket with nobody defending it.
I played with Dream, and I've been around Michaela. Throws it down.
Alexi Shved skying for the throwdown. He's got 8 off the bench. That'll get the rest of the guys sitting on the bench up, but the answer quickly by Dwight Howard.
And there's the dribble penetration that you have to stop, because that's where he gets a lot of his lob dunks. And we're seeing Bud add things to his game that he's been sort of reluctant to do, and driving into seams is one of them.
Well, he's obviously getting more comfortable, Jim, coming back from that meniscus as Howard adds to his point total.
And that's the growth of Dwight Howard right there.
Barea will back it out. JJ has it sent the other way by Dwight Howard. Monte Eunice, Love, much maligned for his defense, Jim, but stopped Monte Eunice, but nobody's stopping Dwight Howard on that putback.
It's so tough. He's been taught well, because what you should do on either box, I don't care which one, is you should probe middle first. Anthony Davis is one of my most improved players, what he's been able to do in the game. He's just so refined, and to become a 2010 guy in his second year in the league is just amazing. Lead the league in shot blocking.
Well, there's a lot of guys that are upset about being left off. His corner three is good, and Houston starting to heat up from three-point range. 10 of 25 now from the game. Corey Brewer.
Great contest.
Rubio, the feed inside for Kevin Love, sent the other way. Crowd wanted a goaltend. Instead, it's a Chase Buttinger mid-range jumper.
And what Houston did on that possession is exactly why you want a rim protector. Look at this pass by Jeremy Lin. James Jones throwing it down.
Well, an impressive performance tonight, that's for sure, as Houston improves to 2-0 on the season against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tom Hanneman, the final score, 107-89, the Rockets.
Patrick Beverly will not play tonight. He's bothered by a sore abdomen. He had 14 points in their win at Minnesota Monday. So it's Jeremy Lin with Harden, Chandler Parsons, Terrence Jones, and Dwight Howard. So Washington looking to get back to 500 at 26-26 if they can win tonight. And on the first play, Dwight Howard on the alley-oop. Parsons around the Howard screen. Can't do it any better than that.
Enforcing turnovers could be big for Washington. This Houston team is a top 5 in terms of most turnovers. So if Washington can force that, they can get some of those running opportunities you heard Chris Miller talk about.
That's 6 for Howard. And 14 points in the paint for the Rockets.
I would say all 6 of those points for Dwight has been dunks. You have to find a way of getting him away and forcing him to shoot something away from the basket.
Sometimes you pick your poison, you try to front him, and then you give him a lane to the basket. Try to stay behind him, in between him and the basket, and they get him down in the low post like you have right now. Score. That'll be the second on Bobcats. And Washington going for the steal. Wall getting aggressive. In fact, he's a lot more aggressive right now in this half than he was to start last night's game. Howard dumps it off underneath, and they score. Pretty play.
Howard showing some nifty passing inside.
Pass for Webster was ill-advised and picked off. And Brooks trying to save it, and he does. Down low, Howard. Good play. Sheriffin was right there to put a body on him, but you can't stop that.
I was going to say, at least he's not letting him get the dunk.
Beal for the jumper. Vesely trying to get it. Knocked away by Nene. The Wizards hang on to it. Vesely, that's rejected by Howard.
Emphatically, too.
I couldn't tell whether the ball was on its downward flight or not, but evidently the officials didn't think so.
Well, he was upset. He thought he got fouled, and he just throws that back into the crowd over by the Wizards bench.
Well, I would try to get, Phil was one of our main scorers. In the starting five, you got to have 3 main scorers, and the rest of us get our points and whatnot. But I would try to, keep them all happy. Phil came out before his time, and he just played well. He just played well for Washington. And, I didn't get to play with Phil that much because he was hurt. But when I did, I appreciated the fact that, his skill level, and his basketball IQ. Like I tell him, basketball IQ is so important.
Right.
Everybody, in that starting five need to be on the same page that you're on. So we, if I go on a 3-on-1 break, 9 out of 10, I need layups. I don't need jump shots. I get jump shot any time of the week.
3-point lead. They go low post and now help. And a whistle will score the field goal and call a foul on Nene.
Dick Pavetta very emphatic with that call.
And here we go. Into Harden. Harden drives. Lays it up and in. Garrett Temple will throw it in. The Wizards need a catch and shoot. Temple. Seraphin just missed it. And the Rockets hold on for a 113-112 win. Patrick Beverley will not play tonight. He's bothered by a sore abdomen. He had 14 points in their win at Minnesota Monday. So it's Jeremy Lin with Harden, Chandler Parsons, Terrence Jones, and Dwight Howard. So Washington looking to get back to 500 at 26-26 if they can win tonight. And on the first play, Dwight Howard on the alley-oop. Parsons around the Howard screen. Can't do it any better than that.
Enforcing turnovers could be big for Washington. This Houston team is a top 5 in terms of most turnovers. So if Washington can force that, they can get some of those running opportunities you heard Chris Miller talk about.
That's 6 for Howard. And 14 points in the paint for the Rockets.
I would say all 6 of those points for Dwight has been dunks. You have to find a way of getting him away and forcing him to shoot something away from the basket.
Sometimes you pick your poison, you try to front him, and then you give him a lane to the basket. Try to stay behind him, in between him and the basket, and they get him down in the low post like you have right now. Score it. That'll be the second on Blks. And Washington going for the steal. Wall getting aggressive. In fact, he's a lot more aggressive right now in this half than he was to start last night's game. Howard dumps it off underneath, and they score. Pretty play.
Howard showing some nifty passing inside.
Pass for Webster was ill-advised and picked off. And Brooks trying to save it, and he does. Down low, Howard. Good play. Seraphin was right there to put a body on him, but you can't stop that.
I was going to say, at least he's not letting him get the dunk.
Beal for the jumper. Vesely trying to get it. Knocked away by Nene. The Wizards hang on to it. Vesely, that's rejected by Howard.
Emphatically, too.
I couldn't tell whether the ball was on its downward flight or not, but evidently the officials didn't think so.
Well, he was upset. He thought he got fouled, and he just throws that back into the crowd over by the Wizards bench.
Well, I would try to get, Phil was one of our main scorers. In the starting five, you got to have 3 main scorers, and the rest of us get our points and whatnot. But I would try to, keep them all happy. Phil came out before his time, and he just played well. He just played well for Washington. And, I didn't get to play with Phil that much because he was hurt. But when I did, I appreciated the fact that, his skill level,
you know, and his basketball IQ. Like I tell him, basketball IQ is so important.
Right.
Everybody, you know, in that starting five need to be on the same page that you're on. You know, so we, you know, if I go on a 3-on-1 break, 9 out of 10, I need layups. I don't need jump shots. I get jump shot any time of the week.
3-point lead. They go to low post, and now help. And a whistle will score the field goal and call a foul on Nene.
Dick Pavetta very emphatic with that call.
And here we go. Into Harden. Harden drives. Lays it up and in. Garrett Temple will throw it in. The Wizards need a catch and shoot. Temple. Seraphin just missed it. And the Rockets hold on for a 113-112 win.
As the Rockets come in, they've won 3 straight on the road. Very good starting 5. James Harden, Parsons, Jones, Howard, and Patrick Beverly, who's healthy again.
The Lakers have more coaches on the bench than players.
It really has been an unbelievable. We use the word decimated by injuries. It's so true. And of course, we'll no doubt hear this all night. And Howard gets the first answer back with a nice lefty jump hook. And you saw the scoring numbers as Marshall, blocked by Howard, goes right to Kelly. And Howard with a rebound. The scoring numbers for Howard have been very impressive during this winning streak. Well, as we said, it's been a tough season for the Laker fans. Not much to cheer about, but this is a game they've been anticipating. The Bronx cheer. Howard spins and finishes. Howard had a huge game and a technical foul on Howard, much to the delight of the crowd. The taunting technical. He had a huge game in his first game back in Orlando when he was with the Lakers. Looks like he's ready to explode tonight.
Well, very good counter move versus the body up of Kaman.
So far, Howard's been inspired by the boos. Kicks it out to Harden. Howard already, he's got all 6 of their points. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, but Chris Kaman's got to compete. He's not competing hard right now. You got to block out. You got to use your body. You got to guard the second move. You got to play.
Sloppy pass that time from Meeks. Harden creates some space and lays it in.
1 year in LA taught Dwight Howard worry more about Dwight Howard.
He wants to be the guy. He wants to be the #1 man, and that certainly was not going to happen in Los Angeles.
He wants to be liked, and he wants to be a #1 offensive option.
And he gets the block there on Kaman. Parsons down the floor. Johnson's deflects it out of bounds. Kaman. Howard just takes it down. That was clearly on the way up. Patrick Beverly way off. Howard right there. Howard now 10.7 rebounds. Harden again, flips it up. He wanted to lob it earlier in the possession. Kelly defended it well, and Harden went right back. Harden steps back. Shot won't go. Howard cleaning up everything down low. The rebounding numbers right now are 31-12. That with Marshall, and played 2 years of college ball at North Carolina. First year, his freshman year, had a good solid season, but really erupted his second season. He set the ACC record for most assists in a season as Howard on the follow. Harden lobs it in. Oh, beautiful pass, and Howard with the strength throws it down. The lead is up to 24. Did you see the stat that the Elias Sports Bureau just came out with as Meeks hits the 3?
I love Elias. Their stats are great.
Fantastic.
Shooting the most threes ever. I think it's too dominant of a play now. I think they have to widen the court so there's no corner 3, no short 3-point shot. And then I think the 3-point line has to move back.
So the Rockets will win their 8th in a row, continuing their best start in 20 years. They're now 20 games over 500 at 37-17. And an easy start to the 5-game, 8-day West Coast trip.
Rockets ball to start. Howard had 34 points the last time he played Phoenix. He's had a great month.
Here he is in the lane with a nice dish. Jones underneath, able to finish, and he has 4 points. Now the Suns up the floor, and they turn it over. Howard on the drive, and he finishes with a left hand.
Both of these teams will turn the basketball over. Houston 16 times a night, and the Phoenix Suns 15.
Here's Tucker.
Oh, wow.
And Howard with the outlet. They go back to Howard getting a lot of touches on the low block against Channing Frye, who has trouble matching up with him. Great pass by Howard, and a three-point opportunity for Terrence Jones.
Really nice play there. A couple assists now for Howard.
Kevin McHale was struggling to say his name several times this year. He leaves it to the broadcasters as Howard gets another basket. It's his second field goal, 5 points for him. Largest lead, 12 for Houston. Here's an alley-oop, and Howard with the jam, posterizing Morris.
Well, Phoenix is only a game behind the Clippers in the loss column, so they could possibly get a top 4 seed.
Yeah.
That's not out of the realm. This team has played well. I mentioned against 500 teams. They're 15-10, a very respectable record.
Oh! One-handed, left-handed jam by Dwight Howard.
Oh, my goodness. Plumlee gives too much ground. Weak side guy Morris over there has got to get his body on Howard. You see he stands there. Howard runs right by him. You got to put a body on him. And that's what happens when you don't. He finishes around the rim. What a beautiful pass and finish.
Markeith facing up on Harden with a shot clock at 6. And Dwight Howard with a rejection that the Suns felt should have been 2 points. Now Lynn into the lane, hands on, and Howard puts it in, and a foul. 3-point opportunity for Dwight Howard, who now has 13 points to lead the Rockets. 5 to shoot. Howard with the left again. 16 for Dwight Howard. And who knows, they may move those picks either to move up or try to get a veteran player. And also depends on Bledsoe, who's due to be a restricted free agent. Let's bring in J.A. and Donde for more on why the Suns didn't make a deal at the deadline as Howard gets it up. J.A.?
But I'm okay with standing pat, too. They can be very aggressive at the draft. And moving players and moving picks. And Bledsoe's coming back. This team, for as ugly as it was last year when in 25 games, is in an unbelievable situation.
Here's Channing Frye from outside. And the Suns cold here in the fourth quarter. Rockets ball down 8. They're 2 of 10, Phoenix. They hit Howard. Good pass, and Howard puts it in.
Yeah.
Parsons a very smart player. Here's Dragic. He's got Lynn on him. Frye will drive out to Morris. Now they need the 3. Dragic left side, gets free for a moment, fires, misses. Rockets win. Rockets win it 115-112.
Let's check out the starting lineups now. First for your Houston Rockets, Pat Beverly, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Chandler Parsons. McLemore taking it down low now to Thompson, puts it up, and it's blocked by Dwight. Comes out of there with the basketball. He's really been on a tear during this Houston winning streak. Dwight working inside, now got Thompson on him, takes it up, and goaltending is called. Count the basket. So a foul is called, and the basket counts. There's Cousins, good defense by Dwight, and he comes away with the basketball. Gives it up to Parsons, back to Harden, alley-up to the big guy.
Oh, man, what a play. Both ends of the court for Dwight.
Parsons looking down to Dwight. Dwight working on Reggie Evans now. Takes it to the middle, hooks it up and in. Reggie Evans cannot guard Dwight Howard. Dwight backing in on Evans again. Oh, Harden's wide open. How do you leave him wide open? Now, McLemore went down to double-team Dwight. You can't leave Harden. Harden says, why not? And he missed. Dwight's got it. Go right back up with it. And he decided not to dunk it as Evans fell down. Dwight working on Cousins. Gets a step, lays it up and in. Cousins didn't want to get number 4, Beverly, to Dwight. Dwight going to work it inside again. Takes it inside for the hook for 2 and 1. Oh, man. What a play by Dwight Howard. Harden. Back to Parsons. Drops it down. Dwight's going to go to work on Evans. Left hands it up and in. And a timeout taken by Sacramento. And this is a new season high for James Harden. His previous season high was 39, so 40 points for James tonight. Howard with his second block of the game. Rockets off to the races again. Parsons says, Pat Beverly, get in on the fun. And Beverly hits a three. Steal by Harden. Jordan Hamilton giving it up to Dwight. Alley-oop to Jones. He hopped twice. Good win. Professionalism shown by the Houston Rockets as they come in, take care of business, score 42 points in the first quarter. Don't let Sacramento back in the game. And the Rockets even up the season series against Sac at 2 wins apiece.
Both teams have improved defensively this year, but it's going to be hard to stop them as you look at the starting lineups. Patrick Beverly and Chandler Parsons, 2 very valuable contributors to Kevin McHale and the Rockets' success. Well, a little different than last night for Houston when they were leading 42-17 after the first quarter. They're down 10-0. Parsons lobs it up. Beautiful pass. Parsons to Howard. Paul launches that one up. Rockets trying to weather the storm to start this game. The first 6 minutes have been all Clippers. Hamilton just acquired from Denver. Crowd wanted to travel. Motiejunas able to put it in. He's starting to get some real minutes.
Jeremy Lin now back. Patrick Beverly missed some time. So both of these teams dealing with health issues. Is Howard with a nice jump hook. Jamal Crawford and scored 50 with 3 different teams, right? The only guy in the league to do that.
Nope. As Hamilton misses, Moses Malone did it. Howard on the follow. And Bernard King did it. Touch pass from Barnes to Crawford. An air ball from Crawford. That's coming up with Doris Burke, Avery Johnson, Jalen Rose. On the Toyota halftime report. Beverly on the drive. Good quick move, but a bad finish. Howard right there to clean it up. Right now, Kevin McHale going with Howard and Ashik at the same time. Oh, Barnes, nice play, but unfortunately for the Clippers, he couldn't hold on, and it leads to a dunk by Howard.
Would imagine that Chris Paul sat and watched this and saw how effective Blake Griffin was and came back and said, you know what? Keep doing that. Our team is rolling. We're still playing. Well, go ahead and do that. That's an added dimension.
Howard gets inside.
Nice left.
And he is
much better.
Yeah, better with that left than the right.
I'll be anxious to see LeBron James with the mask, too, if that bothers him.
Yep.
He did it one time with a broken cheekbone back in 04, I believe. Nice.
Howard. That's just strength against strength, and the bigger guy won that time.
Yeah, just a little pump fake, get the shoulders up.
Howard against Jordan again.
Nice love.
Oh, feet inside, and Jones throws it down. Dwight Howard with a pretty pass. Howard inside. Good quick.
Wow, really nice.
Hamilton alley-oop. Howard goes down, comes up, and draws the foul as Matt Barnes made some contact. As the Clippers will improve to 40-20 on the season. And 24-5 here on their home floor.
And for the Rockets, Dwight Howard, of course, is the man in the middle. In the backcourt, Patrick Beverly and James Harden. Up front with Terrence Jones, not Chandler Parsons. He's home with the flu. Instead, the newly acquired Jordan Hamilton. We already get a foul on Kyle Singler, whose job is going to be a tough one tonight, guarding Harden.
It's going to be tough because he's got to play him when Harden doesn't have the basketball. He moves well without it. He's got to play him when he has it, and he's certainly very tough with it.
Sneaks inside for a stuff. Josh Smith passes on the jump and drives, and somehow that shot wouldn't fall. Beverly way up to Howard. Wow, and now they've scored 11 straight points. Josh with a long 2, won't go through. Jordan Hamilton to Harden. For another throwdown. This crowd's going crazy.
Scores of NBA players come down here to Houston to work with Hakeem Olajuwon on their footwork, on their post moves, in an effort to get better, including the king himself, LeBron James.
He was more than special. He's an all-time great.
Yep.
Dwight Howard spinning inside for a score for the Rockets. They won't quit. Fouls on Greg Monroe.
Score, folks. Score.
14 for Harden.
Knows how to score.
So does Brandon Jennings. This three, though, missed the mark. Terrence Jones with a rebound. Here comes Harden up the middle against Rodney Stuckey. Lob inside. Howard with the dunk. 15 for Howard. Into the corner to Brandon Jennings. Just beat the buzzer with a triple, but it's off the rim. Harden thinking about the three. Sends it, can't score it. Off it comes to Greg Monroe. Harden with the steal, the save. Howard for Jones for the jam. That'll bring the house down, and it should. What a play. Howard double teamed inside for Jones. Another dunk for Terrence Jones. Rockets to Howard. Another jam for Terrence Jones.
Pistons staying in their zone. Perhaps looking to eliminate penetration from Harden or Beverly.
Inside to Howard, outside to Beverly, and the long gun goes.
He's done a heck of a job tonight.
One of the biggest shots of the night, Special K. The Rockets will win this thing 118 to 110. As they roll now to a 19-6 record since the first of the year.
Set the starting lineups for you, starting for the Houston Rockets. Pat Beverly, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Chandler Parsons. The NBA leaders in fast break points per game this season. LeBron has 6, and so does Harden. And there's a basket in town. Inside, 14-6. Double team on Dwight. Chalmers didn't go through. Now they find Beverly. He stays hot with Beverly. You know what? They may have to change that helping out with Chalmers because Beverly's killing him. Dwight takes it to the middle, lays it up and in. Dwight Howard going to his left. Out floor. That's a beautiful move. Chris Anderson trying to stay with Dwight. And he goes over the top, and Dwight says, thank you very much. Wow, if you reach, I'll teach. Harden's got it. Wade's doing a pretty good job on him, going back to Dwight again. Dwight works it inside with the left hand, got the roll. Beautiful move by Dwight. He loves going to his left on the low block. Nice pass to Dwight.
That's what the Rockets talked about at halftime, was that high-low pass. Got to get the ball to Terrence Jones and let him pass it over the top.
Over to LeBron again. That's a hard cover for anybody because it is improved shooting. There's Parsons. Back outside, Beverly goes for another. This time he's short. Parsons runs it down in the open court. Alley, to Superman.
Hey, you just got to attack. I like what the Rockets are doing, but they're getting some offensive rebounds that's really helping their offensive game.
Norris Cole's got it with 5 on the shot clock, down to 4. Down to 3. It's going to be Norris Cole's show right here as he fires up a 3 and hits it over Dwight Howard. Oh, man, what a big shot. Norris Cole. Superman flies again. How good was that pass by James Harden? Wade back outside to Beasley. Puts it up and misses. And the rebound to Parsons. Quickly out to Harden. Harden's got to beat Cole. Oh, he does! James Harden with a great move. Allen will bring it in. And Parsons right up on him. LeBron trying to get free. Picked up by Dwight. It's Dwight and LeBron. The masked marvel and Superman. And Superman wins the battle. And the Rockets win the game. If you're looking for superheroes, you had a couple right there.
Let's set the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Houston Rockets, Pat Beverly, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, and Chandler Parsons. All 5 Houston starters in double figures in the win over the Heat last night. As Harden directs traffic. Going down to Dwight. A lot of boos. And Howard says, boo this.
Good answer. He expected to have some boos tonight. They booed him last year when he was in a Lakers uniform, but he's got a big smile on his face right now. That's the way you silence the crowd.
Beverly trying to lay it up, and he does. And Howard finishes it off. He couldn't get there in time for the alley-oop. Harris missed it. Look at the inside rebounding. The Rockets are just getting destroyed on the boards. Harkless is 6'9", and he went up high that time, and the Rockets just getting killed. And there's Parsons getting a three. Price looking down low for a follow. There he's got it. Working again. Inside, puts it up. Rebound goes to Houston. Coming out of the pack is Jones to Parsons. James fires up a three. Missed it. Dwight's got it and knows what to do with it.
And that's why that shot by James was a good shot, because you've got rebounders underneath the basket in case you miss.
Inside, and it's knocked away. Boy, they messed up a good 4-on-1 fast break. Beverly back inside, and Dwight slams it home. Harden, oh, what a play. You tell me they haven't worked on that this season. He didn't even have to know. He knew where Dwight would be, and he floated that pass up. Game tied at 58. There's Parsons laying it up again to Dwight. Boy, look at the athleticism to be able to adjust, go back and get the ball, and then slam it home. And now Dwight coming alive. Back to a 1-point lead. Parsons in the corner. Missed on the three. Dwight's got it. Puts it up and in. So Dwight's taking over. Price coming back to Vucevic at the top again. Dwight ran out on him a little late. Vucevic falls down. The Rockets giving it up. And Harden puts it up to Dwight. How about that? I thought Harden was fouled on the play. He did too, but he went ahead with the play, and Dwight just tipped it in. The Rockets are 19-3, are now 20-3 against the East this season. So that's a complete domination of the Eastern teams, and they're giving the youngsters a little bit of grief for not being able to get a shot.
Patrick Beverly will play despite a broken nose. He'll wear a mask. Harden, Chandler Parsons, who continues to get better. Terrence Jones has been a nice surprise in his second year. And, of course, 8-time All-Star Dwight Howard in the middle.
James Harden is much stronger than people would assume for a two-guard. He's a better low-post defender than he is chasing off of screens.
He's an excellent rebounding guard as well. Howard with the jam off the alley-oop pass by Parsons. You know, Memphis is right there as a possible playoff team. Really, you got 4 teams battling for the final 3 spots, but boy, you look at the top 5 in the West right now, and even the East, some of those teams that were under 500 earlier in the season, and the East playing better, like Chicago and Toronto and Brooklyn.
Well, Chicago and Toronto, a beautiful cut by James Harden, and tremendous post patience by Dwight Howard against that overhelp of Paul George.
Howard on the give and go, slams it down. Good 2-man game between Parsons and Howard. Here's West, got it blocked by Howard. His first block of the night.
Howard's been shooting his free throws better.
That's one of the reasons why his scoring numbers are up here the last month or so. They go to him again. So good with that left hand. Terrific spin and score by Dwight Howard. Shot clock at 4 here for Indiana. Hibbert on Howard. In and out. And boarded by Jones. Here's Beverly. Broke his nose the other night. Boy, Howard got great position. Down low and scores easily and is fouled by Hibbert. That's 3 on Hibbert. Are you surprised as West cans the jumper at the transition that Harden has made from Oklahoma City to here, going from a 6th man, a complimentary player, to being the lead dog?
Well, I thought he was great as Parsons hits Howard on the lob again.
Houston back up 12, 5 minutes into the third quarter. Here's Howard. See if he goes to his left. Instead reversing and scoring. A lot more moves here this season for Dwight Howard. You know, the Pacers had that run at the end of the second quarter and then the start of the third, but now it's back to an 18-point lead, and then Harden with the interception. Indiana shooting just 30% this quarter. Harden another 3. The lead is 21. Indiana Pacers suffer their worst loss of the season and their first 3-game losing streak of the year. James Harden scores 28 points. didn't even play in the fourth quarter.
And for the Rockets tonight, they're starting 5. Patrick Beverly, who really gets up and plays tough defense, and he has given Damian Lillard and a lot of other guys a lot of trouble. James Harden, Dwight Howard, Chandler Parsons, and Terrence Jones. 9 Portland turnovers here in the first half.
Oh, man, and the Blazers had a 3-on-2 going.
That's their third 3-on-2 that's been turned over. As Howard, that's on dropped a step, got deep position. Wesley, step back 3, no. Aldridge trying to keep it alive, but Terrence Jones grabs. Now Jones up ahead, Howard running the floor, jams it.
Well, that's what Howard will do. He can run the floor.
Marcus knocks up and under. Howard, well, that looked like a goaltend. Kick it ahead to Harden. Harden left side, Beverly scores. Doesn't score, but he's fouled.
Aldridge is the guy that has to get points for the Blazers to win here.
Howard, baseline. He got Robin to bite on that step up toward the top. Once he gets to the baseline, it's over. 11 for Wesley. He had that big second half in Dallas. Howard puts it on the floor. Dunks it, and a foul going to be called on Lopez. As Matthews hits again. Wesley red hot. Maybe thinking perhaps they should have chosen Howard to catch in transition. Traveled the flippy bunny hop he took once he got the ball. Blazer bench went crazy, but we're not calling traveling tonight. McCollum down the left side. Howard waits for it and blocks it.
Well, welcome to the NBA, CJ.
Harden for 3. Rebound, Howard. Harden for 3 again, wide open.
Blazers were going down court and didn't come back and check Harden.
Matthews jumps the pick. Still can't get it in. They don't have a timeout left. They get it to Harden. This for the tie. Batum, Blazers have a timeout. They lob. Take it away. Houston ball. No timeouts. Down goes Beverly. 3 seconds. Beverly for the win. Batum has to get it in. Here's McCollum. He takes a deep 3. It's short. Batum the rebound. He takes it back to 3 himself. Off the mark. Aldridge grabs. Finds Williams. The extra pass. Matthews. His 3 is off. McCollum. Williams. His 3 is off. And Houston hangs on. They come from 16 down in the second half.
Welcome to Miami, Florida. Another sellout crowd to watch their Heat. Although they're a little bit worried right now as their Heat team's struggling a bit. LeBron James and his teammates have lost 5 of 6, and they've got a tough matchup this afternoon against one of the best teams in the NBA. And that's Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets' second best record in the league since the beginning of the year. A quick 4-0 lead for the Heat as Howard throws it down. Chalmers gets inside. Reverse short. Oden the rebound. Back up and just grabbed. Knocked away by Chalmers, but picked up by Harden. Crowd wanted a goaltend, but that was on the way up. And Howard rolls to the basket with the ball again.
Again, you usually tell your guards, James Harden in this case, don't give it to a big guy that far from the rim where he has to catch and dribble. Miami wants to force turnovers and get out in transition.
Jones, nice high arc over Oden.
And another play off the dribble by Dwight Howard. Spins baseline and then dishes to Terrence Jones at the dotted circle. You just haven't seen those energy effort plays that you're used to seeing with LeBron James. So everyone's focusing on his scoring as Howard has a terrific block.
Bosch can't control it. Parsons ahead to Harden. Harden bumps, tries to get a foul call, and a loose ball foul is going to go against Parsons. Howard gets inside and answers back strong the other end. Alley-oop to Howard. Perfect pass from Parsons. Beverly spinning. Wild shot, but Howard there to clean it up.
And that's the problem with this small Heat team. Their ability to get the stop.
Beverly lobs it into Howard. Howard double team, still gets off a good shot. Nice feed to Parsons.
What a pass from Howard. A bullet right on the money. They try an alley-oop. This time Parsons, the one with a beautiful feed to Howard.
Second time they've connected today. Well, tremendous draft pick by Daryl Morey to get such a good player in the second round.
Multiunas able to put it in. Parsons tried it with the left hand, wouldn't go. Howard right there and throws it down.
And to me, we're getting to the point of the game. We're right there. If you're Norris Cole, I know you got 3 fouls. You got to wrap Dwight Howard up.
The Rockets team that dropped 2 in a row coming in against the Heat team. Dropped 5 of the last 6. Multiunas, line drive, three-pointer.
But again, Dwight Howard is not rolling all the way to the rim. He's rolling to that free throw line area.
Wade up top to Bosch, straight on 3. Anderson's tip, no good. Rebound tip by Howard. And Harden has a 1-on-3. Pulls up for 3 and nails it. James Harden with 3 Heat players trotting back. And he puts the Rockets up by 5. Jeremy Lin's scoop layup won't go. Howard right there once again. 21 points and 12 rebounds for Howard, and throw in 5 assists. Well, we've seen the Rockets prior to this 3-game losing streak. They had won 15 of 17. They will lose 3 in a row for the first time this season, but they are still one of the elite teams in the NBA. Just not this afternoon. Terrific win for the Heat. Come from behind in the 4th quarter.
For the Rockets, Chandler Parsons, Terrence Jones, and Dwight Howard up front. James Harden and Patrick Beverley will be the guards. Harden for Howard. Harden's been on a tear, but he's also great as a setup guy. Talk to me about Terrence Jones.
He's a young player, really, like as you said, having sort of a breakout season for the Rockets. A D-League refugee. He spent a lot of times down there honing his skills, and now it's really starting to pay dividends for the Rockets as he's one of their, unsung heroes, able to shoot the 3 with his feet set.
Number 17 for the Sixers, Casper Ware. Rookie out of Long Beach, 10-day signee. The second game of the Sixers as Young left in denial by Dwight Howard. That was wicked. Moses Eugene Malone. It's great to see him when the Sixers retired Allen Iverson's number 3 back on March 1st. Yes. Parsons. Well done by the Rockets. Anderson, another fine showing against his former team. And when in doubt, if you're the Rockets, when in doubt, just dump it inside.
Right there, the Rockets maintaining his pressure. Oh, man, look, and you need to get back. That's terrible. That's a lack of effort.
Parsons for Howard. Cannon. Howard again, and he's fouled by He's fouled by Davies. Count the bucket. All right, Molly, so some candid comments from Brett Brown and a well-designed play to get the Sixers some points here to begin the 3rd quarter as they go inside to Howard, and you just hold your breath, and when he gets in that close, you wait for him to dunk. He's 6 for 6. Carter Williams making his way on Dwight Howard, who said, not here, not now. And for Howard, his 3rd block of the game. For the Rockets, it'll be their 49th victory of the season. The Sixers, their 57th loss.
Patrick Beverley, first game back after 3 weeks ago, the torn meniscus. We'll see. Let's kind of stiffen layup lines, though. James Harden, Dwight Howard, Terrence Jones, former Kentucky Wildcat, and Omri Caspi. Pelicans basketball on Fox Sports New Orleans. And right away, pick and roll. Dwight Howard, first basket of the game. We saw that last night, those first 2 plays. Austin Rivers got a little bump. Good pass. Jensen blocked away. And Caspi comes up with a loose stop. Al-Farouq Aminu, just more than 3 minutes into the game, checking in for Luke Babbitt. Jensen back to the ball. Cardinals see it. You can never really lose sight of the ball, can you? Beverly. And right through the 5-ball. Dwight Howard had to go low. Beverly takes it away from behind, though. And Howard's on the ground.
How is that not a foul? Beverly on
Morrow. Houston 52-27 coming into the game. And Dwight Howard with the jump hook. The last time they won 50 games, Rick Adelman was the head coach here in the 2008-2009 season. Dwight Howard on the backside.
I like Chandler's game. Real tough driver. Shoot the ball from outside. I mean, just one of those guys you'd love to play with.
Howard, he's out of bounds. They didn't see it on the baseline. Terrence Jones will get the slam. It's a 35-33 lead for the Pelicans after the dunk. Howard now. Dwight Howard, good position into the box before he dropped it. Harden free on the arc. Beat the shot clock. You can hear it in the background. Grab it way out on the arc. By Harden again, leads it off. Looking denied. Blocked away by Dwight Howard, who's got that back in the play. Rivers, and that'll do it. It's over. And it ends on a 15-0 run for Houston.
Parker leans in, back off to Duncan now. Duncan trying to control the basketball. And
how you going to leave Tony Parker wide open in your paint?
And he has that rainbow shot where he can get it over the taller guys. He's been used to coming up with that shot. He drives the lane so much for San Antonio. And he's got a bad back, but he's playing a little bit more lately. Look at that spin move.
Nice move by Dwight.
They haven't been able to really answer Dwight all season long. Here's Dwight taking it inside, and he puts it up and in.
No double team. The second-year player played Dwight Howard one-on-one with no double team.
Duncan puts it up, and as his career went on, he just kept moving out a little further, a little further. He likes to bank it from the sides.
45-degree angle, he's going to bank it. From the elbows, he's going to knock it straight in.
Yeah. Just like old man Rivers.
He just keeps getting better.
Yes, he does. Oh, look at that move by Dwight Howard. Howard has really rejuvenated his career this season.
Either team, Memphis or Phoenix, has had a great season.
Yeah, San Antonio's Howard going up for the slam dunk.
Still going strong, Ginobili. He's a competitor.
Yeah, we heard a lot more about him when Luis Scola was here in Houston, and he and Manu, dear friends, played together. And Dwight puts it up and in. Dwight Howard now has 10 points. Chandler Parsons had to put it up. Good defense by Duncan. Parsons gets it back. Jones passes on the three and goes instead inside. What a move by Howard.
Dwight put some big boy moves on Tim Duncan and Baines in the post.
Oh, an alley-oop to Superman.
That's Dwight working hard on the low post to establish dominance.
Diaw taking it inside to Dave. Back outside again. Joseph with a great play, but he didn't get it. And now the rebound to Jones. Harden reverses, puts it up, short, tipped up in the air, and Dwight's got it. Dwight puts it up, and it goes in. And the Rockets have tied it at 90. 4 minutes left to play. Now, Corey Joseph can't go guard Harden one-on-one. He steps back, fires, misses. Tipped up in the air. And it's up and in. Dwight Howard dominating inside. 18 points, 16 rebounds for Dwight Howard. And 8 seconds left to play, and Harden will just hold on to the basketball. And the Rockets have won. They will sweep the San Antonio Spurs 4-0 in the season series for the first time in many, many years.
On a magnificent Easter Sunday, we welcome you to downtown Houston as TNT's NBA playoff coverage continues with Game 1 of the best-of-7 series between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Houston Rockets. And Dwight Howard cleans it up after a nice drop step to the baseline. Guy that may go down as one of the great trades in Portland Trail Blazer history. Tyrese Thomas draft day. For LaMarcus Aldridge, it'll be Dwight Howard. Smart play on the timeout. Oh, Williams trying to weave his way. He got some contact from Lynn, and Howard throws it away. On the run, Lynn's got a good look. Instead, that's a better look. Patience pays off for Jeremy Lin. And a 5-point lead for Houston. Yeah, not many guys like Jones are 6'9" and can handle it like he does.
No.
He can push it up right off the board. Gonna be Dwight Howard. Got there. What is LaMarcus Aldridge going to do?
You know, you really can't do anything there.
Lopez trying to stay in front. Doesn't work. Dwight Howard on the reverse. So the finesse of Dwight Howard.
Right now, you only have 9 assists on 70 shots for Portland. You only have 14 for Houston. They need to get more assists, get other guys involved, not one-on-one ball.
Dwight Howard, the little up and under. Lopez on the other side of the rim. So Dwight Howard, first basket of the fourth. And an 8-point lead. Howard gets the position. Almost got the three-point opportunity with contact. Dwight Howard imposing his will down low. Hart getting his last break of the game right now. 8 out of 9 left. On the dive, Parsons on the slam. They got caught ball watching.
You look at the Houston Rockets, they've had to use their coaches the last couple of weeks to practice because they didn't have enough men available.
Parsons moving off the ball again. Howard back at it. The activity pays off. And now Lillard comes down awkwardly and limping, and a timeout for the Blazers. That's bad news. 31 points and 13 boards for LaMarcus Aldridge. Howard with the left hand off the glass. Back to a 10-point game. Inside 7 to play. Again, the mismatch. And a little step through. Blocked away by Dwight Howard. Almost looked like it could have been goaltending in transition. Parsons looking for the triple. Picked up by Aldridge. The trigger man with 7.8 to play. And it's Matthews for the lead. No. Put back. No again. Tapped home. Do you believe it? We are all leaving at 106 with 2.9 to play. Can they get it in? Yes, they do. Harden for the win. We go to overtime. Tied at 106. An extra 5 minutes at the Toyota Center. Chandler Parsons coming up short. Howard's there, and he's going to the line. How about the soft touch? Mid-air, and Aldridge got him underneath. Now don't forget, Howard's also got 5. Trying to deny LaMarcus Aldridge. 5 on the shot clock. Got to go up. And Aldridge comes through with the 3. Unbelievable night for LaMarcus Aldridge. 46 points, 18 rebounds. Will it be a 3? Harden in trouble. Will he get it off in time? Step back. No. Portland gets the victory in game 1 on the road in Houston. Stunning. Inside of 10 on the shot clock. And let's see if there's some jitters at the outset with the pressure now squarely on the Houston Rockets. Good move, Dwight Howard. First bucket of the game. And he's going to the line.
We've already seen an adjustment by the Houston Rockets. They put Dwight Howard on Aldridge. Look for that matchup early.
And Dwight Howard right past Robin Lopez. So aggressive from the outset. And they were noisy. They start things off. It'll be Howard again. Hard to the hole.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, what a slam by Dwight Howard. Making a statement early, no question.
You've heard Charles Barkley. You've heard Shaq debate inside. How does he get his ball? How does he be aggressive? What should he do? Well, I bet you they both agree that if he takes the ball like this and go to the hole, he'll be hard to stop.
Aldridge over Howard. First basket of the game for a guy that had a franchise playoff record, 46 in their overtime victory. It was an amazing effort with 18 rebounds for LaMarcus Aldridge. Howard again. And they don't double. You know what he's going to do? And he does again. Go right to the rim.
Hakeem Olajuwon is steadily pumping his fist, giving eye contact to Dwight Howard. To have a legend on the side encouraging you when the rest of the world is doubting you, it's just a pleasure to have.
As Howard working against Robin Lopez again. And off the window. It is Dwight Howard 11. The Portland Trail Blazers 8, and he is 5 of 5 from the field. So Portland with their first lead of the game. Harden, he's the question mark. Howard back at it. Dwight Howard ties it up at 13 with all 13 on 6 of 6. High percentage looks, I'd say. Here comes the hard double. It frees up Beverly, short corner 3. He's got it. A 3-point lead for the Rockets. 10 on the shot clock. It's poked away by Robinson. He'll beat Ashik to it. And an aggressive play pays off. So all of a sudden a 1-point game again. Now Howard to the opposite end. Beautiful lob, Jeremy Lin. And the slam for Howard. Dwight Howard's got 15 of the first 23 for Houston. It'll be Mo Williams. And on the run, Ashik gets it. Off the deflection. So ragged sequence for the Blazers. Jeremy Lin was phenomenal in the fourth and overtime. How about that injury? Howard on the cleanup. So Dwight Howard, his playoff career high in one quarter is 20 points. He's got 17 of the first 25 for the Rockets. Damian Lillard spiked away by Dwight Howard. Easy trail. Lillard with a little show and go. And Dwight Howard takes it away. Minute up top, didn't he? Matthews, quick catch and shoot. Didn't look good out of his hand as it's picked up by Terrence Jones. It'll be Dwight Howard. Lee finds it for the slam. They celebrate. All right, Ernie. And how good is that? Running hook off the window. Dwight Howard. Now 10 of 12 with 23 points. So 23 of the first 48 for Houston as Howard gets more of the same. 6-point lead for the Rockets, 25. So half of the Rockets' output belonging to Dwight Howard. Leonard following a very difficult one, but he follows his own. Blocked away by Dwight Howard. Numbers favor the Rockets. Beverly, Parsons, and a tie game. Timeout Portland. Oh, leave it at 67. Matthews. And Howard takes it. Wasn't going to get to the rim anyway. You got Mo Williams to bite on that. And now they walk away from Dwight Howard. Bad mistake. They doubled Harden without the ball. Dwight Howard makes it a 2-point game.
It's tough to go into the post right now and take time off the clock. You need to be aggressive and speed things up.
Howard slamming it home. Right on top of Robin Lopez to bring it back within 7. They're celebrating in the Rose City tonight, and that will do it. It is over. Mission accomplished for the Portland Trailblazers, 2 in a row on the road.
Welcome to the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon for Game 3 of this opening round playoff series between the Trailblazers and the Houston Rockets. A raucous crowd here in Portland. These great NBA fans welcoming back their team. It started off by winning the first 2 games of this series on the road. Howard. Strong move from Howard who had that big start in Game 2, but struggled in the second half. It was quite inspiring to start the game. I think I even saw you singing.
No, you didn't see me singing, but Storm was getting it done. As Dwight Howard with a beautiful baseline move.
Howard gets good low post position against Lopez and able to bank it in. Lillard gets past, slices in, blocked by Howard. Great recovery. That's his second rejection.
Well, think about it. Nice spin out by Howard and beautiful pass by Harden.
Harden to Howard.
See, and I like that, getting James Harden and Dwight Howard in pick and roll together. Man, they have had some point guards come from Oakland, I'll tell you that. And again, the third time they've run that tight to the lane pick and roll.
Beverly was hot early, misses that. Howard the offensive rebound, head fake, gathers and throws it down.
Excellent step through move by Dwight Howard.
Howard on the follow. Yeah, Lillard this year was 3rd in the NBA in 3-pointers made. Only the Splash Brothers from Golden State, Curry and Klay Thompson, had more. Both teams shooting well from downtown. Portland 8 for 17, 5 to shoot. Harden passed up an open jumper. Now he's going to have to put up a contested 3. Rebound tipped up and in by Howard with the left hand. Mo Williams gives a lot of the credit in his NBA career to Jerry Sloan. His first year he played with the Jazz, and Sloan gave him a chance and told him hard work will pay off. He's working hard here tonight to help Portland get back into it. Howard inside, good strong move. Harden has it. Final seconds, Harden at half court. Oh, just off the glass. And we go to overtime. It'll be already the 5th overtime of the NBA playoffs. And we're just 1 week in. And that will do it. The Houston Rockets on the road, another road win. Here in these 2014 NBA playoffs. Get the huge victory in overtime. And now trail the best-of-7 series 2-1.
Welcome to the playoffs on TNT. The Houston Rockets and the Portland Trailblazers.
A minute's gone. Here's Parsons down low. Lopez will watch Howard, who has put up double-double numbers in this series. He has fit right what they need. Little fake right there with a gentle left hand. He puts the Rockets on top by 1. He's got 10. Aldridge does. And outside the line, Howard. Inside to the Pelican, and no one was on him. He came off the weak side and caught the pretty pass, and Howard assisting on the play with his second assist tonight. Harden up high and down hard for Howard. And I think it's off kilter now. I think he had so much force. I think it's crooked. Howard is 2 of 5 with 9. A bump, a shove, a spin, and a deuce.
Right back at you, big fella.
Timeout, Portland. Wilt Matthews has 18. Here comes Howard into Lopez. And Dwight Howard gets it to go. 4 of 8, 10 boards, 14 points for the Rockets. Shot clock at 5. Lillard dives, rejected by Howard. Here comes Harden the other way. Harden is on Aldridge. Batum, they rotate from Lillard. In the corner for Matthews, back on top for Damian. Shot clock at 3, Batum will drive, and he's rejected for a second time inside by Howard. Here we go. Harden. The handoff to Howard. That'll tie the game at 3.6 to go. And a timeout by the Blazers. Williams is free over Lynn for the win. We go to overtime. It's the third overtime game in the series of 4. Troy Daniels off to Howard, who's picked up by Aldridge inside. 4 to go in overtime. Howard and Aldridge. Dwight Howard, 21 points, 13 rebounds for Howard. 7-0 Portland run. Approaching 2 to go. Leaving is Harden. Doubled in for Howard, and the result.
Patrick Beverly tried to foul Batum intentionally, but they didn't call it.
3-point game. No timeouts, Houston. Here they go. Beverly, all wrapped away. He stole the ball. The Portland Trailblazers are one step closer to advancing to the second round for the first time in 14 years. They go up 3-1 as they beat the Rockets by 3 in OT.
Playoff basketball continues in the Lone Star State, downtown Houston. The site tonight for Game 5, the home-standing Rockets on the brink of elimination. The Portland Trailblazers up 3 games to 1 in this series, trying to close this one out tonight on the road and advance to round 2. Kevin McHale talked about the importance of getting off to a good start, get some confidence going with this team, get this crowd into it as Dwight Howard puts the first one down, and a good way to start for the Rockets.
Yeah, always a good sign when you can get paint touches from Dwight, who's had a pretty solid series thus far for the Rockets.
Matthews coming off a 21-point game. What a setup by Harden. So the 2-man game with Harden and Dwight Howard. Blazers by 5. Jeremy Lin finding Howard deep in the paint, and Howard making it look easy in there tonight. Aldridge only with 6 points at this point as Wesley Matthews started to get untracked offensively a little bit, coming off 21 points in Game 4. His defense on James Harden has been noteworthy in this series.
Well, similar to the impact we've seen from Tony Allen with the Memphis Grizzlies and what he's been able to do somewhat against Kevin Durant. There is Dwight Howard able to get that little run-in hook to go.
Batum just 4 points. He's 2 of 5 from the field. But he stuffed the stat sheet in Game 4 with 25, had 6 assists and 6 rebounds in Game 4, and Howard dangerous in there. Makes it a 10-point Houston lead. Lillard finding Lopez, and Howard denies. Dwight Howard flying high with those long arms.
Yeah, great job. First with the help on Lillard to force the pass, then a terrific job on the recovery to put forth that eraser. He had 10 points, 4 assists, couple steals, couple rebounds. So Jeremy Lin gave him great minutes there in the first half.
Nice move by Howard and the friendly roll out of the timeout.
Yeah, that's an amazing stat when you think about it. That's almost an entire half of basketball with 1 assist. And similarly, that's what happened to him in that third quarter, second half, third quarter. They didn't have an assist either. And also keep in mind that Dwight Howard able to get that finish.
8-0 run for the Blazers over the last 2 minutes. By the way, those 2 free throws, the first 2 points of the second half for Lillard, and a big hook with the left by Dwight Howard.
Yeah, great job by Howard with reestablishing his post position on that kick out, and then a nice delivery there by Harden.
Fouls on Lillard. Howard going strong. Boy, Dwight Howard. As Jeremy Lin returns.
I think it's a good move, too, because in that play right there indicative of Beverly not having that energy he needs. Great effort there to come up with the offensive rebound, and Parsons with the finish.
Under 2 minutes to go. It's Aldridge. He's had a quiet night. Shot clock at 4. Aldridge and Howard blocks. 2.7 on the shot clock. Second block for Dwight Howard. Aldridge has to go fast, and Howard got a piece of that one. Aldridge thought he was fouled, as does Terry Stotts. Jeremy Lin goes for 21 points, dishes out 4 assists, and that is game 5. Harden was big in the clutch. The Rockets outscore the Blazers 26-21 in the fourth quarter, and they win by 10.
So, good evening from Portland and the Moda Center in downtown. And the place is rocking as the Portland Trail Blazers try to do something they have not done since 2000. And that is advance and win a playoff series. There's Beverly at the top, watched by Damian Lillard, last year's Rookie of the Year, who's been great in this series. Harden to 3, and that's big, Hugh, because Harden comes off another game where he struggled from the field in game 5. Howard calling for it. They've left Lopez alone. One-on-one D, just a little bit of help like that from Batum. And Howard scores.
Well, the defense, you can see early with Howard, they're not double teaming him until he dribbles the ball.
Harden thinking 2 for 1. Now they need to get a good shot, and it's Lin on the drop down to Howard, who couldn't dunk it, got it back and scores.
Yeah, I like the quickness there. Lopez thought that ball was rolling in, and he gave up on that rebound.
Williams looking for space, finds Darrell Wright. Good athletic move by Wright. Went off the window and no.
No, Howard got a piece of that, Mike.
Howard wants the call to work on Lopez.
I see you got to get him earlier, Mike. He was open early. There you go. See, the big fella, you got to feed the big fella to keep him happy.
Howard trying to give Harden some space.
See how he stepped in front of him? See, if you go over the puck like that, he'll step right in front.
What a pretty feed as Harden still was able to get the posting Howard and put the Rockets back on top. Aldridge on the follow on the second try. Back to a 1-point Rocket lead.
Now, that was a great defensive move by Ashik as well as Howard, and give Aldridge a lot of credit because he had to take body contact twice to get that shot off.
Harden has space, and he knocks down his 4th three-pointer. 18 for James Harden in this first half. Howard goes at Lopez, rolls across the lane. Now the lead's a half dozen. Howard going to work on Robin Lopez. Puts it on the ground. The double comes. Harden.
Nice.
Howard.
Now that was a beautiful read by Harden.
Robinson to the basket. Howard. A great eraser. Back the other way goes Harden. Harden to the goal. 85-83. Howard at Lopez. Good job. Batum came over to help. And Dwight finished to tie it at 85. So Howard on Lopez with the clock at 5. He goes quick. Gets Lopez to commit and scores again.
Now that's patience. That was done perfectly.
They try that lob to Howard that they run off, and he catches and finishes.
Now, come on now. Up, catches it.
No more fouls to give for Portland. Working on Aldridge. Howard draws the defense. Lin, shot fake, takes it to short. Deflects to Howard, and one! Howard somehow able to get the ricochet and a chance for the three-point play. We're down to 10 seconds left. Harden loses the handle, got it back. Harden between the legs. Harden the jumper, off the rim, no good. Lopez tried to keep it. Parsons scores with 9 tenths left. Somehow he found it, and the Rockets lead. Unbelievable! 9/10 left. A 3 wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off.